again. It's your boy Wes, aka Seahawk in his prime. Nice matchups today on the field. Vikings versus Colts. Justin Jefferson versus Stephon Gilmore. That's kind of fun. They're testing Gilmore here. Um, this game could be closer than anticipated, but we'll see how it shakes out here. I think that Cousins needs to use Hawkinson more because he seems to be open a lot. Ooh. And they'll have to punt. If you're the Vikings, you do not want to see regression from Cousins late in the season. But it's your boy Wes, aka Seahawk in his prime, kicking it on a Saturday, watching some football. You know what time it is. Whoa, I got to turn around my vest here. I'll show you what I rep, what we rep. That's that Seahawks gang right there. Whoa, that's a touchdown, Colts. What I missed, was that a block punt? Is a block punt by the Colts, the special teams unit. That was a big play. It's going to be 10-0 early. This is the type of stuff that you can lose momentum going down the stretch if you're the Vikings. You got to be careful. Oh, great pump block. He just got his hand on it. Wasn't near the kicker. Pops it up, and the Colts return that punt block for a TD. Any given Saturday, they say. That was huge. Kick is good by McLaughlin. We got 10-0 Colts in Indianapolis. Or pardon me, I guess this is in this is in Minnesota. What's good? Thank you guys for joining me, man. Let's have some fun in here today. Let's talk that talk. Let's talk about Seattle. Let's talk about all the stuff we need to get off of our chest after that absolutely brutal loss. David Adam, Vikings going to win. He said, I think it's very likely. But you know what happens when teams go down? Some teams are built to play with the lead. Jonathan Taylor starts grinding you out. They got to get it going. It's kind of like us last week. It doesn't really matter who you're playing. You just got to get it going early. Last few weeks, actually. Especially if you're predicated on the run. What's up, David? How you doing anyways, brother? I might have to go and grab a charger from my phone here. I'm streaming from my phone. Yeah, exactly. It's like these 5-win teams, 16-win teams. It doesn't really matter who you're playing. If you're not playing your brand of football, you can lose to anybody in the NFL. Pete Carroll's whole defense is built on the run stop. We're built on stopping the run. Well, guess what? If we can't stop the run, even though the refereeing has been trash, you still can't beat anybody in the NFL if you can't stop the run. You know what I'm saying? It's like mandatory now. But I do like what Pete said. He's like, everyone was saying the running game was dead in the NFL. That seems to be a joke. Run sets up the pass. It will never change. Pass sets up the run. It will never change. That's the sport offensively. We're just not fully healthy, too, as the Seahawks. You need Ken to get his legs, his ankle back together fully. But like I was saying with Cameron Ashcroft before I cut off the stream and started this new stream, if the Seattle Seahawks can manage to win 9 games. Either way, no matter what happens, I'm proud of this team. I'm very proud of this team. It is disappointing these last few weeks, but it's like that's going to happen when you have young players hitting a rookie wall, but they're playing their hearts out, those young bucks. And little things like watching Bosa, attack Cross over and over, and Cross not lay down. Cross kind of manhandle Bosa on that one play. He gave up a sack and stuff, but just the tenacity and the aggression that these young players show is huge for the future of the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks with this next upcoming draft, if they nail this draft, if they even 70% this draft of what they did in the last draft in 22, are going to be one of the best teams in the league. With or without Geno Smith. It is what it is, man. So I'm really excited about the future. Talking Seattle Seahawks here, if they can get to 9 wins, they do have a chance at the wild card, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know if we need to bring in all the vets, David. We're probably like with that free agency money we get from cutting guys, letting guys go, kind of the dead weight guys on the roster, should I say. They're probably either going to pay, like straight up pay for a center. I like that idea. Don't try to draft a center. Maybe just pay for a top notch center and draft the D line. Keep one or two vets around, Harris or something. I like that idea, but like a lot of the other guys are just not dominant enough in the modern game to stop, the type of caliber of players we got. We get to draft a ton of defensive tackles, whether that's Jalen Carter or we get offense first and wait. We've got so many picks. They pitch it to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's around the edge. Dalvin Cook at the 40, 50. Dalvin Cook down to their 40 inside, and he's tackled at about their 35. That was a huge run by Dalvin Cook on a pitch play. Feels like a Dalvin Cook kind of day. Good blocking by the Minnesota Vikings there, and just poor pre-snap defense. It reminds me of Seattle for that crack toss run that beats us. Kirk Cousins at their 35, he audibles. He's going to hand the ball off to Cook here. Cook has a little bit of a lane and gets out to their 30. Ball's fumbled. Ball's fumbled. Dalvin Cook fumbles the ball. The ball was not blown dead. This is the type of stuff you got to watch out for. Oh, you mean this season? Is there anyone that you can sign off the couch? Yeah, you gotta think about it, right? Oh, that's a fumble. Miles Adams playing okay, but he's not enough. You know what I mean? Collier's super disappointing. You got issues with Monet having an ACL for the season. Shelby was sick last week. Man, it's really tough. Puna's just not being dominant enough at the point of attack. We're getting bullied in the middle. Hopefully Al comes back so we're not completely embarrassed by the Chiefs. But it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot. Seattle has a lot to work on. We got to all admit to that. And that's okay. That's what we knew coming in. But you can't go 0-4 in the NFC South. You got to win a couple of those games, and we didn't. And ultimately, that could cost us a playoff spot in the end. I didn't expect to beat a lot of the top tier teams, but losing to the Falcons in retrospect, losing to even the Tampa game, but the Oakland and the Carolina game were must wins for Seattle, and they weren't able to pull it off. Plus, they got zebraed down a little bit, man. Zebraed out. That was the first time, like my last video, I was complaining about the refs, saying, like, look, I understand you can't put it all on the referees. You don't want to be that type of fan. But in these 50-50 call situations for Seattle, it's been insane. That taunting call on DK Metcalf was absolutely absurd. Geno Smith getting tackled, collar tackled out of bounds, 3 steps out of bounds. Like, what? How is that possible that that's not a call? You know what I mean? Just drove me sick. Yeah, exactly. The Falcons and the Saints games are trash because of the refs. You could say the Carolina game was objective as well. Just insane, man. The Niners game, I'm not just saying that as an excuse for the Seahawks, Nick. I'm not, man. Like, there's a lot of reasons why we don't win those games, but it just doesn't feel right, man. Something feels off. It doesn't feel like they want us to shine. They don't want Geno to win, and they're hating on Geno, man, but it's Geno still. Let me just go get the charger to my phone. I'll be right back. Geno Smith season. Who do you think is, David Adams says, who do you think is better for the Hawks? Let's see, what's better for us? Losing out and getting a top 10 pick, or barely making the playoffs and getting the 18th pick? I think you just want to win as many games as possible, not worry about the draft right now because we have so much capital. I'm not really worried about the positions after. Seattle's going to take who they want after the top 5 pick. So what I mean by that is you want to get momentum for the young players, try to make the playoffs, show grit. Jonathan Taylor out of the game. Show grit, show determination, and just always compete, man. That's what we do in Seattle. So as a Seahawks fan, I never believe in losing out. I want to try to win every single game, no matter what the situation is, and worry about tomorrow, not today. You got a lot going for you if you're the Seahawks right now, and winning 9 games would be a fantastic momentum going into the next season, regardless if you make the playoffs or not. You're looking good. You got a lot to work on, a lot of roster spots to get more dynamic at, specifically the defensive line. If they can get Jamal Adams back next season, draft a really high upside safety. I like J.L. Skinner out of Boise State, someone who really can really hit and cover. You get linebackers going. You don't have Jordan Brooks trying to do everything. You get a Darius Leonard type linebacker, like a really, really nasty guy like Trent Simpson. A big catch. This guy's really good, this Woods guy. All of a sudden you're in a position where you don't have the same holes. You might have a young D-line, but you get Jalen Carter, you get Clancy, you can get so many guys, man. I've done so many mocks, but it all focuses on the defensive line. For me, is the biggest void. The linebacker, depth at safety, and then another weapon as well, like a third look if Derek Young doesn't become that guy. But Derek Young's going to get his shots here with Tyler out, so we'll get to see what we have there. But if Seattle comes back next season with a really, really strong... Yeah, Jalen Carter, if we're going to keep that top pick, I like Jalen Carter there. If we're going to keep that top pick, sure. That's a good cornerstone for your O-line. But they might trade out because there's DTs after. There's DTs later, So we might trade out of that pick just to stack it up. Because with that extra pick, you can get, a center or another third weapon. But the world's our oyster. Matt Ryan drops back to pass. He finds Paris Campbell. No, it's not Paris Campbell. It's Doolin. Colts coming out crazy in this game. Second round quarterbacks, you're looking at like Hendon Hooker, possibly that. I think Richardson's going the highest, or Anderson goes really high. But Richardson, I don't think slips into the second. I don't know. I'm waiting. If I don't get one of those first couple guys, I'm not really looking at touchdown Colts. Jackson. Deion Jackson. I'm going with second round QB. I'm not looking for one in the second, actually. If I don't go all out and trade down. Here's what I like. Okay. Jalen Carter, you love Jalen Carter, but you think you like Breesy or you like someone like that as well. Maybe you trade down to number 9 or 8 with the I like trading down to 8 with the Raiders and picking up Anthony Richardson, AR-15. Let's talk about this. Let me get your guys' perspective here. But second round QBs, I think after the first, you'd be hard time to find anything but a Hooker or Bo Nix type thing. As much as I want Anderson, I think Carter is the most valuable for what our team needs. Anthony Robo said, and that's true. I like the prospects of Carter in a career trajectory over Richardson as well, to be honest with you, because I don't know, man. I think that Pete can make like 70% of what Anderson's production is out of Daryl Taylor or out of Boye Mafe. Forgive me, guys. I'm just sorting this. Not saying they're on his level, but if we have interior pressure, if we have interior pass rush, that opens up guys that are really good already. Cheta Nwosu, Daryl Taylor's not bad. He just needs more lanes, and they just need to get more pressure. But Will Anderson, to me, would not be the most ideal pick for Seattle. But if they take Will Anderson, I'll be happy because I know Pete has a plan for them. Sometimes you just go after the guy, the best player that you can. And, Will Anderson might not be the best fit for the Seahawks needs right now. But you got to think of, man, if I get Will Anderson, right? And then in the next pick, I get the player just below, a couple steps below Jalen Carter, but a really good pass interior rusher. Man, your team's looking nasty all of a sudden. I feel you, Nicholas, because if you take AR-15 early, if you take Anthony Richardson early, you're still a project quarterback, right? It's still a developmental thing. So I agree. I like Cam Ward late, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not take Cam Ward later or another quarterback you like a lot later? And, maybe just let Drew and Gino compete again. What's up, Stringfellow? How you doing? The Colts have come out here, played some good defense, got a turnover on special teams for a TD. The Colts are it feels like us the last few weeks if we're the Vikings. Like, you feel like your team is a bit superior in some ways, but all of a sudden you're down 17-0 in your own building. Football's a crazy thing. Dalvin Cook fumbled. There's tons of young talent I like on the D-line in this draft here. Breesy, he has a heart thing or a blood issue, but I think he's still good to go. There's a Classy. I forget his name, out of Pittsburgh. He's kind of a more stout guy, but a good pass rusher. There's a kid out of Florida. There's tons of D linemen out of Bama and Clemson and all that. There's some freaks on the D line in this draft, and I think, guys, Seattle will load up with at least 4 or 5 defensive linemen, a linebacker, a safety. I think they like what they have at corner, but we'll be looking to load up the D line. And try to get back to business there. Quarterback is not the number one need right now, but if you feel like you can make CJ Stroud into what you want to be, then so be it. I really don't know what they're thinking. Crack toss again. I think there was some laundry on that play. Jerome Blossom says Pete Carroll is a defensive coach, but his defense is looking suspect. That's not a good look. Yeah, and Jerome, you know what? It's like, let's just take this from a bird's eye view. Like, half the team leaves basically. Your Hall of Fame players are gone. Your team's expected to win 3 games, and you're here with 7 wins with a ragtag defensive line. You know what I mean? And Pete's going to have a lot of draft capital to rebuild this defensive line, and it's going to be nasty as hell. I guarantee you it'll be nasty. I do think Carter is the number one most valuable player, but it will be too tempting for Seattle. Well, somebody needs CJ Stroud, right? Let's say somebody needs CJ Stroud. They need Bryce Young. If they're going to give you another first round pick next year and more picks this year, and you're not trading down that far, it's gonna be tempting for them to not stack up even more picks. But yes, Anthony Robo says Carter has a chance to be our Aaron Donald, long shot, but I mean in terms of our divisions, Carter will stop the run, get off blocks, generate pressure from the inside, creating chances for our DEs. And I was thinking exactly the same thing. He makes everyone better if you get Jalen Carter. He makes everyone around him better. With the pass rushers you already have. You have decent talent there. And Mafe, Daryl Taylor, and Cheta Nwosu, who are all young as well. So you got a lot to work with here, but you do need to get some pressure. I like no QBs this draft. Gino continue to do his thing. We speak on the other guy. HN on 2. That's Nicholas Newton there. Carter is a game changer for sure. David Adams, I don't think Will Levis is a first rounder. I definitely do. I definitely do believe that Will Levis is a first round talent. That's my personal opinion. Jeez, man, the Vikings are just having a horrific day. Oh, cool. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Jaron Bossum says, I wish the Seahawks would blitz more now that they're in a 3-4, kind of like the Broncos. They're not bringing enough exotic pressure. Where's Ryan Neal coming free rushing? Yes, dear. Yeah, just don't come in front of the camera, okay? Damn, they went for it. The Colts went for it at their own 30, and now, oh my goodness. What are you doing running? What are you doing? The Vikings went, they're in at their own 30, and they tried to rush. Saturday shuts them down on Saturday. It's Jeff's Saturday today. Pun intended. God, the Vikings are getting boat raced right now by the Colts, man. This is crazy. Holy smokes. Let Drew brew. It's still let Drew brew time. I'm not convinced Drew Lock is bad at all. I love Geno Smith. I just don't want to pay Geno Smith like, Kirk Cousins money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pay Geno Smith. I pay Geno Smith, but not Kirk Cousins money. Anthony Robo says Levis will be just because he fits the NFL's image of a QB. He's talented, but I think it will be more with his measurables. I don't know, man. Measurables aside, he's got a crazy arm, and he's been a successful quarterback with very little talent around him. Offensive line, running backs, receivers, tight ends. He has not had that at Kentucky at all. So I want to see what he can do with NFL level talent. Nicholas says no lock. Is what it is. Wow. Pittman over the middle. They're inside the 20 again. Dude, if the Colts go up 24-0 on the Vikings here this early, wowzers. And this is with Jonathan Taylor limping off with an ankle early. Skull Nation is looking shook right now. I don't know if Levis is just image, Robles. I don't know, my bro. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's Josh Allen, but I think he's a good player. You're right. Our defense had Jerome Blossom. You're right. Our defense has had a game-wrecking pass rusher in a while, especially interior. It's like for the last 15 years we haven't had much there. Cortez Kennedy, but way back in the day was awesome. Red Bryant was dope. But interior dominant pass rusher, I'd like to see Pete with the Jalen Carter for sure. I'd like to see that. I need Justin Jettis to do something for my fantasy. I'm sure millions of people do. There's a lot. They're going to have to throw a lot. But the problem is now they know you have to throw. Nicholas Newton says, definitely don't want to pay Geno Cousins money. I love Geno, but we don't need to be ridiculous. I don't think he will ask for insane amounts. I always like Geno because he's humble and always takes blame for loss. I love Geno Smith's accountability character. I've always said that on the channel. He's just a really good person, a great leader. I think he'll be with the organization for a very long time, even after his playing career. I'm okay with putting Geno on the tag or saying, hey, you're going to be our QB for a couple years. Oh, that's a beautiful painting. Make him, get him the money if you feel you don't like what you see in the draft here. It's going to take a couple times years to develop. But the problem is quarterbacks of his caliber right now are really hard to come by. So, the Carolina Panthers, these types of teams, Tampa, if If Brady retires, a lot of these guys might be willing to pay a king's ransom for Geno Smith. So if you're Geno, do you turn that down? Do you turn down that life-altering, guaranteed money just because you love Seattle? You know? Yeah, I mean, Levis is a gunslinger and everything, but he's also on a team that doesn't really have much receiving talent. So, or O line. So take it with a grain of salt, man. But Pete being, that's a good point though. Pete being the type of guy he is, and Waldron and them, they don't like turnovers. They like people that can control the ball. So that might hurt Will Levis's draft chances in Seattle. Oh, cool, man! You got your daughter coming for a couple weeks for over the holiday season, Nick. That's always wonderful. Congrats on that. I know you're looking forward to that as a father. We care about that more than anything. Anthony Robo says, "Don't get me wrong. I do see the talent. I'm thinking more in terms of our squad. Gino will make sense, more sense than a rookie. Played bad defenses and threw interceptions." We obviously have a different opinion on Will Levis. Statistically, you're probably correct in the sense that maybe I'm overrating him. Say that way, please. But yeah, ultimately, I can't see the Seattle Seahawks spending any of these really early opportunities on a quarterback personally, when there's a lot of defensive talent on the draft that they'll be able to load up that D-line and really make a difference. When you still got guys like Cam Ward later, so many different player QBs you could get later. Yeah, that's what's up, Nick. Family first. I know I played one daily fantasy where I had the Vikings defense, and that one is over. That's for sure. Well, I played the Colts in another one, I think. So maybe that one's popping. All right, we got Matt Ryan, 3rd and 2. Matty Ice hands the ball off to Jackson. Jackson gets tackled for a loss, and the Vikings defense holds again. So it's going to be likely a 20-0 game. Kendricks is a good linebacker. Would have been nice to find a way to sign that guy over sometime. Always, I hear you. Your daughter at times makes me melt, brother. Yeah, man, they're cute. Oh, they're the most important thing in my life. Period. Right? Is family. Stay on that side. No. You can't go in front of there. I'm not cool with that. It's 20-0. The Indianapolis Colts shocking the Minnesota Vikings in Minneapolis. Minnesota, don't you know? But there's still time. I've seen Cousins do this before. But the Vikings are going to need to score on this drive. Tyler Van Dyke is a bit of a sleeper, isn't he? Like, he's kind of like a better than Mac Jones type of guy. He's played really tough competition. Tyler Van Dyke can stand in the pocket, take hits, make throws. My heart and soul tells me that Anthony Richardson is the guy. I'm gonna lie. No. Anthony Richardson has the most upside to me. What's going on? My little doggy going butt. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. What's happening? Bro was going ham. Sorry, y'all. Murph, my little dog, was going crazy. He saw a crow at the window and just lost his mind. Bro, what you gonna do? Catch the crow? That'll make no sense sometimes. Anthony Robo says, if we draft Carter in the best remaining LB, our second first round, I'll be happy. I like that mock too. But it's weird to me. I'm not in on Sewell, like, from Oregon. I guess you could go with Simpson, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if the value's there. The value's there with Carter. But if you stand pat, what do you get next, you know? Do you pass up Bijan Robinson, you know what I mean? Do you pass up Jackson Smith and Jigba, you know what I'm saying, for a linebacker that might be as good as the linebacker you can get in the 4th or 5th round? Because pretty much anybody could be better than Cody Barton right now. Just a thought. But I've been saying Carter's my number one prospect for the Seattle Seahawks. The best player for the Seahawks right now. And my mans. We got 7 people in here starting to get a little bit popping. Jerome Blossom says, if you could clone one player on the Seahawks, who could it be? I would personally clone DK Metcalf. Yes. I 100% agree with you. Yeah. There's still a bowl of it. It should be on the top shelf there if Audrey wants to get it down. We got Dalvin Cook finding a big running lane here again. Anyways, DK Metcalf. Yeah, if we had another DK Metcalf. I was super early on the TCU receiver. God, why can't I remember his name, man? He's kind of like a Julio Jones, DK-ish kind of guy. Not as strong, maybe. Quentin Johnson. But I don't think Seattle's going to reach for a receiver early. But we need another. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Kirk Cousins got 8 up again. Maybe we don't need another receiver that high. Yeah. What? Okay. Hold on, guys. Once again, I'm parenting up in this place and trying to watch football. Y'all know how I go. No, don't go outside. These girls are feeding crows out here. You guys want to see Murphy, the big scary dog? Get ready to see the scariest dog you've ever seen in your life. Murphy, you stick your ass here. This is Murph. Murph, say hi to people. Why are you trying to run, bro? You know there's food upstairs. This is Murphy. Don't ask what breed he is, because he's every breed. 4th and 1. They got to punt again. Oh, fake punt. Oh, my God. This Vikings team is a freaking atrocious. Big Murph. Murph is a pug, chihuahua, and a beagle, y'all. They told us he was a purebred. Okay, I'm going to cap, man. We took him. Robo's got one. So Murphy, we actually kind of semi-rescued him. There was a quote-unquote breeder, and she lived in this, like, really ratchet apartment building. She was, like, and I think they did, like, drugs and stuff, man, and, like kind of, like, one of those semi-kind of druggy families, but, like, kind of have it together project-y type thing. And somebody we else know tipped us off, like, yo, they got these dogs, and, you know, they're cute and stuff, but they're pug chihuahuas, you know, like, straight puggles, or no, puggles. And we end up taking him to the vet. They're like, no, this guy's like part Chihuahua and like you could kind of tell. But man, I love him, man. He's my guy. But all he cares about is food. He doesn't care about nothing. Like, I swear to God, if I was drowning, you know, like in a lake and there was a burger on the boat, Murph would not hop out to save me. Yeah. Okay, that's enough, Nora. Adams. Let me see what's good here. Let's get back to it. Lots of love for pugs. We stole our pug Daisy from our neighbors. They were abusing them. Yeah, like it's that pug gang. Yep. Okay, no more of that, y'all. Stop feeding the birds. Okay. And he's always hurt. So let's get into it. Adams cannot cover and will be tossed by Oa. But Adams, like, I'll still take Jamal Adams on my football team based on effort. Like, I'm not mad at Jamal Adams being on the team. Yeah, he's hurt all the time. But imagine you can bring him in and he doesn't have to have pressure every down to be the every down like run stopper. He can just run around and do his thing. Wow. Matt Ryan airs it out to the pylon. Cause that's Matt Ryan. Murph ain't saving nobody when that when that cheeseburger smell hits him. Murph smells jerky. Murph smells bacon. He's like, when Murph smells that bacon, he's like, "Are you serious, bro? You're not gonna give me no bacon?" Absolutely hilarious. We have a 17-year-old black male pug. Reality is he's more gray these days. Yeah, the pugs live for hella long. They're just like, let me get something to eat. They just come in the kitchen like, now I'm on a burger today. I'm definitely getting a burger today after even mentioning a cheeseburger. That's all I needed was just the words. Say the word, I'm in. We got 6 legends in the chat here, Seahawks fans. I'm sure of it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. They become family, so it's real. Man, I need a haircut, bro. I'm looking rough right now. Your guy's looking hella like my hair, like I got that like Dominican hair right now, dude. Oh yeah, that's right. You're my boy from were you from the Blitz? When I got blitzed by the Green Bay Packers Nation guy? That was really fun. I got that Puerto Rican look going on right now with no wave though, which is cool. My brother's half Puerto Rican, man. Shout out to the Latin nations. Um, Philly, yep, Grossy Raid. Yeah, the Grossy Raid, that was crazy. I still got to go and say what's up to that guy. Super chat him and say, hey, man, that was cool that you raided me. I didn't get much subs from it, but I got hella, like, it was just fun. Yeah. Look at this stuff, bro. I'm getting old, fam. I'm looking out here. I'm looking rough out here. That's dad life. Yeah, that Grossy stuff. I had no idea how dope he was. Pugs are funny, man. There's his characters and have so much personality. That's right. Stringfellow, the Dolphins fan lurking. That's my guy. Shout out to Dolphins. Yeah. Oh, really? You are a Noah fan lookalike, bro. Noah fan look like me. Noah fan's old enough. I'm old enough to be Noah fan's dad, I think. Well, I would have had him in high school or middle school, but I guess I kind of have that mix down. Noah fan looking ass boy. I am. If Jamal Adams didn't get hurt, do you think the defense would look the same with Neil? If Jamal Adams doesn't get hurt, you're a better team. You're a 9-win team now. People be hating on Adams because yeah, it wasn't the best trade and it makes sense, but there's a couple games in there where he would have made the difference in those games. I promise you that. Strickfield gave you an ad on his and Brandon Perna channels. That's dope. Thank you so much for that, man. He would be good for a player 3. Yeah, Jamal Adams, he'll get a turnover here or there, pop the ball out, make a tackle for a loss on a big situation. Like, even if he doesn't do it every game, he's a more impact player down in and down out than Cody Barton is. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Ryan Neal. This is not a slight on Ryan Neal. But Jamal Adams is still Jamal Adams, man. I know he doesn't have hands and this and that, but boy can tackle, man. He is what he is. Dude, this game is crazy. Why are you throwing terrible throws like with punters, man? Cousins need to get it going, man. Fantasy people must be dying out here. Vikings owners in fantasy are losing their mind. Neal's made plays where he's covering and causing an interception. I love Ryan Neal. Ryan Neal's quintessential Seahawk. Nothing wrong with having both of those guys. There's certain downs where you can have 3 safeties. I wish we did. But these 2-man fronts for the Seahawks with, Quentin Jefferson and Miles Adams or something, you're going to get killed by elite players. There's Justin Jefferson with an actual catch for Jettas. It's a gain of 8 or 9. This game is not over because it's the Vikings. Vikings score before the half, and it'll be within a 3-point game. Barton is trash. Well, I don't know why they're still playing Cody, man. It's really insane. I mean, can't find anybody better. Whoa, Kirk Cousins really sucks sometimes, hey? Forrest Buckner. I can't watch this game. I don't have NFL Network. Well, I'll tell you what. This game sucks. The Vikings look like the worst team in the league right now. And the Colts are mopping them on offense and defense and special teams. Without Taylor. They're really doing well on Jettas. Oh, my God. And Cousins just sometimes holds the ball too long. That's my fear of Geno Smith. Is Geno Smith, to me, is every bit as good as Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? So, wow, it scares me that they would have to pay that much to keep Geno Smith at his age. If Geno Smith was balling like this at a 24, 25-year-old prospect, I get it. I want Geno to get his money, but I just don't know if it will be with me. He's a special teams player, that's it, for sure. Vegas paid Skull Nation to lay down, maybe. What happened to Seahawks tackling, David Adams said? Seems like the advantage of them isn't there. They tackled okay last game, but yes, they just don't have it yet. Robo says, laughing my ass off from my quote of, I'll tell you what, this game sucks. It does suck. Matt Ryan is a statue now. Hard to watch. The Vikings are lucky to have more than 7 wins. Jerome Blossom says, I can see us using Adams as a sub linebacker and still having Neal at safety. Yeah, mix them up. And draft another young buck, J.L. Skinner. Idaho, let's go. A thumper. Nicholas said, this is crazy. Last time we watched Colts Matt Ryan, it was trash. He is still playing pretty bad, but his O-line is blocking right now. And, he's giving all the time. Last game, he had no time. Today, he's got oodles of time somehow. But this Vikings defense is pretty decent, man. I don't understand. This is a comedy of errors. Like, this coaching is... Robles, this is what's been going on. They've been trying to go at their own 30 and getting stopped. Punt block, trying to sneak trick play on a punt, and then just giving them short fields. So check out J.L. Skinner, Boise State on YouTube, guys. That's the safety I need for the Seahawks. I need that player, man. He's projected to go from 30 to 40 in this draft. We need J.L. Skinner on our team. He is the closest thing to Cam, and he's got coverage ability. He's not as big as Cam, but, man, he really pops boys, man. Pause. Random question. Favorite pizza chain? I don't know, man. Like, for just like fast, kind of like quick stuff, that's hard for me, man. I guess almost. I guess Domino's. I don't know. New English. Marcus Pitt. What? I don't know. I don't translate that. Bam Bam Cam's like my favorite player. New English. Marcus Hook, Pennsylvania. Is that what that was? We need the next Earl Thomas along with Neil and Adam. Ah, I guess with you're looking at Diggs regress a little bit, and he should. He's like 30. Finding that type of coverage safety will be important as well. Stringfellow, explain that to me, man. New English, Marcus Hook, PA. Is that where you are? My East Coast geography is really weak, man. I'm a West Sider. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Tez. Quick hit to Paris Campbell on a 3rd and 5. And they're at their own 45. Matt Ryan executing today for sure. That wasn't even play action. That was just a quick little 2-step drop and pop to Paris Campbell. Why isn't she dropping so many? Why is she drop? Yeah, Diggs. Yeah, man. It's just, I think it's that leg. It's the injuries. New English is a small pizza chain. Okay. Marcus Hook, PA, best location. Okay. Yeah, those are like those are more local things. If you want to go with local stuff, it's a whole different game. But if I'm ever out there in Pennsylvania, I'm gonna try it. Yeah, Tez was the man in the '90s. Easily was the man in the '80s for shizzle on defense at least. No, it's all good. I get you, Anthony. I understand. All right, man. 2nd and 10. Looks like edge pressure coming. Matt Ryan. Oh, doesn't look like Matt Ryan can set his feet anymore. Yeah, Cortez was the beast for sure, man. He was so aggressive at the point of attack, and that's what we're looking for at a Jalen Carter or whoever we draft here. That's how you commit pass interference without getting called. You just kind of body him up without using your hands. No, I don't think I could stream all 3 games because I got all the children here. I might try to do the later game. Matt Ryan drops back. And they're going to... Oh, that's a fumble! It's fumbled. The ball wasn't whistled dead. The Vikings, they get a block. They're in the end zone. That was much needed. I don't think forward progress was listed. Yeah, it's funny. Easy was the original Bam, that is for sure. Coming out of Nicholas Newton there. Am I streaming all 3 games once again? I don't think so. I'll try to do the night game. I think this was a fumble. Yeah. What? Yeah, maybe he held on to the ball long enough. I was really sad when Tez died too. Letting fam have TV till Miami Dolphins game. Let them. I honestly cry. Yeah, man. So Jerome Blossom has a good question here. I haven't seen a single snap of 4-3 this season. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Pete said it would be a hybrid between 4-3. Yeah, and then Clint kind of cleared it up that they just mix it up pre-snap. It's all kind of an illusion. Ultimately, what they need to do is just get some interior pressure. That's run stop, interior pressure to free up the edge so quarterbacks don't have time and running backs cannot turn 2-yard runs into 6 to 20-yard runs. That's what the Seahawks need to do, and they need to do it quick. We can beat the Chiefs in a shootout. They don't have 49ers defense. Yes, but can we keep up with the Chiefs? Hopefully we get some bad weather there. K9 is really good at running in the snow or bad weather, muddy weather. That's real grass there. That can't be unspoken. Hopefully K9's ankle is okay. They said he's sore. but he'll play again next week. So I think so. I think Seattle can make a game out of it with the Chiefs, but I wouldn't count on them on winning the game. But Chiefs, with Palecho, whatever, they don't have a crazy running game. They're much more predicated on pass protection, that O-line style. So that's a game where you might be able to bottle up the run a little bit if you can get the right cleats on. But, Kelsey, that's going to be tough. Got to stop letting offensive lines open up these giant holes for opposing running backs for sure. And you need the personnel. Correct. Like Seattle gets weird like the Colts do today and cause some turnovers. Something happens. The KC takes the game a little too lightly. We've got a weird kick returner now. You never know. You never know in the NFL. We'll definitely be a dog in that game on the Vegas spread, but could be interesting. A couple flags in the play. That's right. Any given Sunday, Saturday, Thursday, Monday. $23-0 Colts here. Just insane. Cousins looking sad. Those lanes that Niners opened up were ridiculous, completely unacceptable. Yeah. Not even then. Like, how many times has a team ended the game on a 50-yard run when you know they're running to try to milk the clock out? Like, it's just about personnel on the inside. Like, Monet is good, but he was never it. You know what I mean? Al Woods is dope, but he's 35 years old. Poona Ford is cool, but he's 5'11". There's a lot of things going on there. You get Jalen Carter. You get freaking Brian Breeze, or however you pronounce it. You get the kid Dexter or whatever out of Florida. Like, you're going to be a whole different team. Come on, boys and girls. Yeah, we need to pull the guards for sure. It's sad. Like, we're not making it easy on ourselves right now. And a lot of that is the coaching decisions as well as personnel voids. But if you were to tell me this, if you were to bet people that the Seahawks were 7-7 at this time in the year already, you'd be winning a lot of bets, I think, preseason. So let's just look at it from a Hawk's eye view. We got 5 people in the chat right now. 5 people watching. We got a lot of activity in the chat. I appreciate that. We got 3 likes. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. You can improve lock, stiffen the interior on both sides. You will be fine. I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is at QB. Like, Gino has had a great year. There's a lot of prospects on the board. It's going to be weird. I don't have the answers because I was definitely wrong last season. Yeah, the O-line is not as weak as I think. Like, there was a lot of pressure, but they were tenacious. I think Charles Cross and Lucas are getting tired of it. It's Gabe Jackson and Austin Blythe who are the issues. To be honest with you, we need someone stronger than Blythe, and we need somebody better than Gabe Jackson. Those guys won't be starting next season. Neither will Monet. Neither will, so many of these guys. So you free up, you cut some money, you play young guys, you free up some 34, 40 million bucks. Hopefully, you can turn that into a center that you can pay, or another lineman you can pay. Like, but we'll see. Yeah, rotation is key, brother. Yeah, our tackles are going to be legends. Wow, the Vikings are really struggling today. A false start. It's 6 minutes, 30 seconds in the second quarter. Vikings 23-0 if you just tuned in. And Kirk Cousins under the second highest pressure rate in the NFL. Wow. Not a good recipe when DeForest Buckner's coming at you. They're pinned. They're pinned at their own 3 right now. Down 23-0. Fantasy season's on the line. Jefferson catches the ball. And he sneaks his way out to the 12. Great experience for these tackles. Absolutely. I'm really, really happy with them. That was one of the best drafts ever. We have 2 rookies on this O-line. Will be better next year. Still learning. Blythe and Lewis got to get replaced. I think it's more Jackson than Lewis that I'm looking at as a replacement. Kirk Cousins throws the ball errantly. Lots of pressure. Damn. And Jefferson was hurt on that play. He's writhing. Jefferson's rolling on the ground right now. Give you guys Van Kinkel for used cleats. A used set of cleats, a locker room towel. Bro, in fantasy, I had it, bro. What a freaking sell. Thank God I had a damn bye this week. Yeah. If I didn't have a bye, I would have been screwed. Yeah, man, this is nasty. Is Jefferson concussed? I hope he doesn't have a serious injury. Because without Jefferson, he's getting up. I think it was a concussion, which is fine. Good. Good sportsmanship by the Colts. You know, Jettas, everybody loves him, man. He's a cool guy. And nobody wants to see him hurt. Or any player, for that matter. But Jettas maybe got winded, maybe got groin, maybe got concussed. But yeah, if you got a fantasy team going right now and you're looking at Jefferson to win you your season, woo-hoo, there's pain. There's pain. We got 10 people in the chat. What's up? It's your boy Wes here, a.k.a. Seahawks Prime. This is the Seahawks Times, and all we do is talk about football all the time. I am a avid football lover for over 30 years, and yeah, I'm just a humble dude. Oh, that's a pick. That's gonna be a pick 6. Good. And there's booze. It's gonna be 30-0 at the half for the Colts. Jackson is old, so he's gonna get a go. We need stronger, faster, more dominant center for sure. I love seeing Cross get pissed. Yes, that was what I was talking about. When Cross, he just absolutely mollywopped Bosa. That shows you the strength of Cross. We need more of that from Cross. If they unlock Angry Charles Cross, bro, we're going to go crazy. We got 11, 12 people in the chat. Is he hurt? I do not think Jefferson is hurt. There may be a little bit of a concussion there. I think he got up okay. So Jefferson fans, owners, if you're watching, he's going to be okay, I think. That's 30-0. Indianapolis Colts in Minnesota. 5 minutes left in the second, and there's no signs of the bleeding stopping for the Skull Nation. Man, I don't know if they're frauds, but they're having the worst game maybe I've ever seen of the season. He got enough of Bosa. Cross got enough of Bosa. Pancaked him. Bosa ripped his head. He was ready to go. He's like, boy, you might be the marquee pass rusher, but I am stronger than you, man. I'm a beast. Ooh, one more year of weights, lower body strength, weight room for Charles Cross, and you might be looking at a very special player. And we know what we have in Lucas already. Can you imagine the talent that these guys have gone up against this season, those rookies? Man, they're just looking so good, man. Go Lions. Yeah, man, definitely a Lions fan. Out of after the Seahawks, basically, I love their culture. They've been bad for so long, they get dumped on by refs. Bully McGuire69 says, yeah, bro, thank God I had DK and JT and fantasy this week in both. So, yeah, I was in first, so thank God I had a bye, and I would have had 100% loss this week no matter who played. Yeah, man, lucky you got through there with the bye. Just wait when he learns the moves. Exactly. He'll shut down the rushes, the stunts. He's just learning. It's crazy. He's like 21. Maybe he turned 22. Yeah, man, Lions have a tough go all the time. 30-0. If you just tuned in here, this is Wes, a.k.a. Seahawks Prime. This channel is known as the Seahawks Times, where I try to make videos about the Seattle Seahawks and the NFL. Cross was like, keep that shit up. I'm going to hurt Bosa. Definitely can see Lucas and Cross. Yeah. when they get fully going in like grown man status, because you don't even hit your peak till you're like late 20s as a tackle. Those guys are going to be insane. If we have contingency at quarterback and D line and just build the defense and the O line, I mean, I could see Seattle in Super Bowls. I really could, based off the tackles and the corner draft. Yes, sir, but DK has got a beautiful matchup next week. Yeah, I mean, if it's not snowing, if it's not 5 feet of snow, DK could. Osborne on target there, and that is first down. The Vikings really need to get it popping. Defensively, especially. Kirk Cousins drops back to pass. He's going to air it out. And a huge catch by Osborne. That was a beautiful catch. Wow. That was one of the catches of the year. I ain't going to lie, man. No cap. He waves his arm down. Cousins, he gets off position. Oh, and he lays out. That was amazing, man. Yeah, snow in Buffalo. Absolutely tonight. That's going to make it weird. But DK is a tough matchup for anybody, especially those KC corners. They're going to challenge. DK and Diggs will save me next week, probably. I wonder if this was a catch. It looked like a catch to me, guys. All things considered, DK has been having a really good year. Tyler was having an exceptional year. But now DK, yeah, without Tyler, DK is just going to get force-fed. That's a catch. That's a catch for sure. That was a beautiful catch by Osborne. Damn. Yeah, you got his hand. Oh, he lost control. Oh, it's pain. DK, imagine. Okay, so Nicholas Newton says, Wes, my grandmother called DK a spoiled brat. I told her politely she was wrong. My comments on that is DK Metcalf is public enemy number one, target number one of opposing teams. They say horrible things to him, I'm sure. They do cheap things to him. He's like that. He's the target because I think he's like amongst the best. So they try to get under his skin. And I'm okay with DK fighting back and being tenacious and fighting back. It's not a bad thing to show that. The penalties that they gave him, like these tauntings, is garbage. I'm not with it. He's not pushing guys after the whistle. You know, he's defending himself and standing his ground. And that's what I want from my number one receiver. Come Super Bowl time, if that ever happens, or NFC Championship games, I don't want a pushover guy. I want somebody who's going to just be aggressive. All aspects of the game. I like it about DK personally. Without Tyler, it sucks, but DK will get all targets. Yeah, I mean, it'll open up things. Man, nothing is going right for the Vikings today. Holy. Yeah, DK is a fantastic player. I mean, he's 25 years old. If you look at the other players, other than Jefferson at his age and Jamar Chase, he's right up there with the very, very, very best in a run-first team. Yeah, no homerism. DK to me is the top 5. Dang, he just didn't get his hands underneath it enough. That's Jefferson back in the game here to save some fantasy seasons and possibly mount maybe what could be an epic comeback. I do not put it past the Vikings. Really bad run design. you let your grandma have it over the DK comments. Hey, no. Stay on that side, sweetie. Okay. That's cool, sweetie. Yeah, good win. But he just doesn't get as many targets. Goodwin's getting like 4 or 5 targets. He needs the TDs to have the games. I think it'll be a Metcalf, Walker, and tight end day. Yeah, DK works hard, man. You look at those games where like Metcalf has like last game, he's shrouded, being held before every single play. You don't even let him get his arms up, and he still gets you five or seven catches for over 50 yards. DK is he's just going to keep getting better and better, and his body's going to transcend time. He's going to be able to turn into a tight end later in his career. He could get on some Tony Gonzalez style stuff, man. Yeah. I'm Seahawks first, and fantasy football comes far after. But this game is a horrible football game, by the way I'm watching. DK is going to get doubled versus the Chiefs, so I don't think the doubles matter. He gets doubled every game. There's always safety top over the help. You can't double him underneath. You can't double him on a go route. You just have to hope he doesn't. The ball's not on the money. Yeah, that's very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing Derek Young. I think Derek Young is a good football player. Like, you saw the catch he made on that holding call that was called back, or whatever happened on that play. That was a nice catch. I think Derek Young is extremely talented. Maybe Bo Melton gets called up. Can we get something out of Eskridge? Can we get a late push out of Eskridge? I love how the 69ers fans have been talking so much. Why they're talking... What's that? While they're talking to their daddy yeah, over time, we've owned them, you know what I'm saying? Historically, they got the rings and stuff from the 80s, and is what it is. But over the last, 10 seasons, it's been pretty dominant. I think I really respect what they've done. They've built an amazing defense. But I think they're in a bit of a delusion if they think Brock Purdy will win them a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, he's gotten lucky, Diggs makes that pick. There's a lot of things, but he's doing well, Brock Purdy, for sure. You gonna take that upstairs? You want me to take it up? Okay, I'll be right back. I've got to take a rocking horse unicorn upstairs. So I'll be right back. coming back. Daddy's back. Uh-huh. And nobody really left. You guys love me. I love y'all, man. It's been kind of cool having a football channel. I ain't gonna no cap, man. Exactly. Seahawks need to get him at. Okay, let me see what's going on. My boys are talking in here, and I'm missing I'm missing the goods. Godwin is the Hawks' wish for Percy Harvey become. Yeah, Percy Harvey. Yeah, Godwin's been awesome, man. What an athlete at his age. His routes are sharp and his hands are good. Put him on any offense, he would succeed, and he has succeeded on any offense. I agree. David Adams says Nicholas Newton, my guy. Stringfellow Hawk says, come on, the system made Bubby Brister look good, period. Purdy just has to, yeah, exactly. But ultimately, Purdy will make the mistakes, man. You know what I mean? It's just law of averages, man. Thursday was only second time all season I saw Goodwin drop a pass, totally. And yeah, he did barely drop anything. I really like Goodwin, man. Yeah, man. Maybe I'm sleeping, but I want to see Young. I want to see Young because if Derek Young comes out and is a consistent player for the Seattle Seahawks, whew, that draft was just insane. He's gonna get a shot here, and Gino likes Derek Young. Colts have the ball here. 2 minutes warning. What you guys got going on this weekend other than football? Daniel W. has entered the chat. That's my homie here. How's it going? What do I think on Thursday night? I kind of broke down the game at the beginning of the stream. Nobody was here. My thoughts on the Thursday night game was it almost went as expected, less a couple disappointing things. I'm disappointed in the fact that Seattle did not take advantage of getting their possessions in the first half. Like, that's where they were able to force some actual 3-and-outs and finally play some decent defense in certain down and distances in the first half, and they didn't use the tight ends enough. I'm sick of them not using the tight ends more. I think they will win more games if they throw the tight ends more often. Bootleg Gino out, get guys open, scheme the tight ends, and open up some better running lanes for K9, and we win that game. Also, catch the interception. You just got to tighten up those little things. Tariq missed a little bit of a coverage play there. Tariq Woolen, Jerome Boston says, Tariq Woolen is proof that aliens exist. Yeah, the frazzled guy on Ancient Aliens, he's like, there was a cornerback from Texas that played for San Antonio, Texas, and he came from the sky with glowing eyes. That is Tariq Woolen. He is definitely an alien. Nicholas Newton says, honestly, I have a lot of respect for Kyle Shanahan after Thursday night. He could have punched it in Seattle, make it look a lot worse, and said, yeah. I think Shanahan's family is classy. I hate their guts because they're they give us so many problems and stuff like that. But ultimately, I don't mind him. Yeah, I love. Okay, that's great. When it comes to the Thursday night game, more thoughts about that game is Seattle just needs to be more aggressive sometimes, man. Just you got DK Metcalf, you had Tyler Lockett there, you've got Noah Fant. That one drive where Geno Smith was able to get the ball downfield, I know the Niners changed their defense up a little bit, but man, it did not look like they were able to. It looked like they could have done that a lot more. It's like, use the seam of the field behind the linebackers, make some throws. Gino hasn't really thrown a lot of picks in the middle of the field, really. It's been to the, errant stuff to the sideline, throwing his cross his body stuff. Use the seam, guys. I could unpack so much from that football game, though. Woolen is the new rookie interception holder of the NFL. Yeah, Woolen is the best cornerback to me, probably in the league right now. Who's better right now? Patrick Surtain? No. Sauce Gardner? No. Who's the best cornerback in the NFL Today, right now. To me, it's Tariq Woolen, man. I wouldn't take anybody else. No, man. Nobody else. Vikings, if the Vikings go up 37 nothing, they're going to call timeout. And Tariq has broken out even faster than Sherman did. You know, like what? What is happening here? If you've been following my channel since the start, I called it, man. I called it. I was one of the earliest of the earliest on Tariq Woolen, not just guessing. I was like, man, if this kid has the mentality, everything else is going to work if he has the mentality, and he has the mentality and then some. I knew that Pete would foster this. Rick and them would come in and just teach him the little innuendos of the game, and he could be the best. And here we are. He's already the best after 14 games, which is fucking, pardon me, insane. Deion Jackson finds a crease, and he's tackled inside the line. They're going to probably elect a kick here. We got 8 people in the chat. Did you see Tariq? Yeah, I think Tariq and Sherman were emotional there because it's a true passing of the torch, you know, and it's nothing cooler for Sherman than to be able to mentor a guy's career in Seattle that made him a Hall of Fame player and helped contribute to his growth and tell him all the things that he wished he knew earlier. Tariq gets all the knowledge from Sherman that Sherman wishes he had before. Tariq gets that in his first year, and Sherman may seem like a selfish person, but he's a selfless guy when it comes to football and development of talent. And that was emotional, man. And Tariq's probably going to be a Hall of Fame player, bro. And Sherman is definitely a Hall of Fame player. But what a find by the Seahawks. What a travesty for so many teams that didn't take Tariq Woolen. Could you imagine? You were looking for a corner, and it's got to make you sick that Woolen went in the 5th round and you gave him to Pete Carroll. What was he supposed to do at the University of Texas San Antonio? Who was he supposed to play against? What was Tariq supposed to do there? He like won that B grade college championship by himself. What was he supposed to do? Man, like I really had you guys saw that. I really had to pause. I really had to take a breath of how just genuinely excited I am that they found Tariq Woolen and Kobe Bryant. Really, guys. Kobe's got a lot to learn, but man, they got Kobe playing inside all season. That's the hardest position in the sport. Like, and he's doing okay. You know what I'm saying? When he gets outside, bro. Good luck. Keep telling Jerry Jones he missed again. Vader accent. You missed, Jerry. Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson was never the long-term answer, but he's starting to really get beat up now. But man, he played his heart off this year and belongs in the NFL. Maybe belongs in the Seahawks, but like not as a starter. Trey Brown was sick, so we didn't get to see Trey. But I said it, man. I called it also early Seahawks Times videos. You've got hopefully Kobe can make it as an outside corner next year, and Trey Brown can play the slot. I like that idea. I think that's ultimately what they're hoping to press for. But, Michael Jackson, I can't take anything away from him because he came in, he's made big plays, he's made some tackles, he's done a good job. Like, it could be a lot worse, man. 33-0 Vikings. If you're the Vikings, you just let this game go. I'm gonna have to take 5 to 10 minutes here, guys. Just to check up on everybody, but I'm definitely gonna keep it rolling in the second half. Make sure to drop me a like. Make sure to drop me a comment here in the comment section. Make sure to share the Seahawks times with your friends and family. Yeah, like I got nothing against players that play their ass off, and I even feel the same way about Cody Barton. Like he plays his tail off, but he's just not good enough. Michael Jackson is good enough to play. You know what I'm saying? You can't subscribe. What you mean you can't subscribe? Let's get my channel to 2,000 subscriptions. Got it started off hot. I got to 1,500 subs super fast, and now I've just kind of teetered off. But I guess that's how the algorithm works. I haven't been making enough content. Maybe I'm just not that good. But you know you love Wes. Tell them the dopest Seahawks channel out there, or one of them, is the Seahawks Times, and it's easy to find on YouTube. And the reason that I really wanted to blow up, guys, is so that I can do mania stuff like that Grossy guy, and just like have insane budget for shows to do shows. I don't care about the money at all. Like I don't care. All I want is the show to be super fun and be able to like do it more consistently and justify to my wife why I'm setting up neon lighting and studios and stuff to talk shit about the Seahawks. I'm glad you said that, man. I appreciate you, Nick. You've been there from day one, man. We're homies. I don't know you, but that way. But I feel like we could sit down one day if I'm in Seattle and catch up, have a brew, talk about family or something, man. I like that. I would like to do that sometime, and I would like to get together with some of y'all downtown. Get together on First or something and go have a drink or something, man. If that's crazy, let me know. This is the only Seahawks channel he subs to. Speaking of which are the Dolphins channels that you got to sub to? Which are the dope Dolphins channel? I'll be back, y'all. God, I might have stepped on some dog shit. Speaking of dog shit, this game is dog shit if you're watching this game. Whoa, Buffalo's got more snow than the North Pole. That Bills game gonna be a ground game. Myles Garrett walking into the game looking like he's from Wakanda. Michael Jackson or Myles Garrett had the blood Wakanda suit on. Man, 33-0. We'll see what happens, guys. We will get the Niners next year. I mean, the Niners, as Seahawks fans, it's never good. It's never fun to watch, but you got to give them credit for building that defense organically with good drafting. Hopefully, we can do the same. Yeah, imagine getting and their defense and special teams caused some of those touchdowns. Yeah, I love you too, Nick. For real, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's blocked from you subscribing for whatever reason. The Yard House downtown, a great spot. Yeah, man, so many good spots. We should do it. Whoa. My stand was tripping. My stand looks like the Vikings right now, tripping out. I know we were supposed to hate the Niners, but yeah, the Brock Purdy story is a cool kind of Cinderella story. And you got to root for guys like that 7th round, last pick of the draft, like, doing his thing, man. Like, he's a little guy too. The mentality he has, he's not afraid to stand in there and take hits. Like, the way his family rallies around him and stuff. It's a good story, man. If he was doing that on Seattle, I would be just going crazy too, man. Someone in England replicate. What are we talking about here? Someone in England replicated it without the bolt-ons for turbos and gun props. What are we talking about? What are y'all talking about? Cars or tanks? What are we talking about, man? Y'all leave me out of this stuff. What are you guys talking about? They're so toxic, though. I went in on a Seahawks stream for a game, and everyone was go Hawks and go Niners. Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of that fan base has a lot of angst because they've been so close to Super Bowls recently, and they just slipped out of their hands. So I think that's where a lot of that comes from, and they hate Seattle because we've really smashed on the Niners. Being objective, we've dominated that team for a long time, and they finally have, let's call it what it is, the better team, and now they're flexing and stuff. But you can calm down on that stuff because, like, a lot of us don't go on their stuff and holler obscenities at them and stuff. It's like, grow up, man. You're not like a grown man, grown woman is, they'll congratulate another team for winning a game like a real fan. It's like, stop hating, Stop hating. I'm not with that. Yeah, they're just happy and hating for 20 years straight. Airwolf, oh, we're talking about 80 shows? Yeah, Airwolf was fire. That thing was just coming through and just ready to go. Airwolf, Knight Rider, Michael. For all you 80s babies. Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, She-Ra. Come on, man. There was hella. I've been doing some mock drafts and trading down to 8 or 9 with the Panthers. Me too, man. I've been doing a lot of those. Who do you take at the 8th, like 8 or 9 when you trade down? Because the mocks where Jalen Carter's still there at 8 is not true. I could see Anthony Richardson making it to 8 or something. Or Levis. But yeah, those future first and third, right? I like that. I like that too. But yeah, Carter won't be there at past 5. But I do like it if like somebody sneaks Carter and you don't like you don't see Carter or Anderson or C.J. Stroud being the choice there. Stack up some more firsts and seconds. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. I I don't know about a long-term deal. Maybe a 3 or 4 year deal that's got it out for us in the second year would be okay for Gino. Yeah, trade the first next year for first round picks for Seattle forever. Miles Murphy, Will Levis, Jared Verse, Quentin Johnson. Sometimes I trade down from 8 to like 14. Okay. A team, Dukes of Hazzard, Boss Hog. Oh, Cousins is sacked. It's like 3rd and 14 again. They're getting owned. Don't trade anything to the Rams. I refuse. Don't make any trades with those snakes. Cousins in the shotgun, just desperate right now. Damn, he's on the run. This is a tough game for the Vikings. Lots of boos over there in Minnesota. Billy McGuire says, same, I heard the Seattle's looking a long-term deal. I personally don't want that. Gino's been great, but I don't know about giving him. Yeah, I love Gino, but he's not the long-term solution, in my opinion. He's playing great, but he has a ceiling, right? Bobby's an LA guy, though, so it's probably cool for him to finish his career in Los Angeles around all of his folks and stuff. But it hurt to see him go there. It's a muff putt. Oh, and they still stay on it. Man, Vikings cannot catch a break. I agree. Our season is not over until it's mathematically over. You get to 9 wins, you sneak in a wild card here. You got to beat the Rams. You got to beat the Jets. You got to play hard against KC and see what happens. So I agree with you as well, Daniel. The Colts get a nice little run there, 5 or 6 yards. They're just owning this game. About 13 minutes in the second half, third quarter, and it's been complete domination, which is surprising. You get behind the sticks in the NFL, and teams can start controlling the tempo and do what they want to do and impose your will. It doesn't matter if they're a 4-win team. All these teams have great players. What are you doing? My youngest just brought home an Adams West Batmobile in gold with purple too. Hot Wheels, that's tight. Love that stuff. So a Vikings player just ran offside, pointing at a player, trying to say he jumped when he didn't jump, and got a neutral zone infraction. What a nightmare game. And that was Darius Smith, too. This is weird. First and 10. Matt Ryan in shotgun single back. He hands the ball off to Deion Jackson, who gets about 2 yards. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of those mock drafts for sure. Using the PFF site and the Pro Football Focus site or whatever. and it's really exciting. No matter what you do with those mock drafts, you find yourself in a good position in Seattle. You have tons of talent. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Matt Ryan throws a little dump off pass, and it's broken up by Peterson. Vikings desperate to show some heart here in this game and at least make it respectable. They need to get off the field now if they're going to have any shot. It's 3rd and 8. Shotgun again. Matt Ryan throws a swing pass. It's caught by Pittman. Pittman is just short of the first down across the 50. They might go for it here. They're going to punt. Yeah, they're up too much. Who's got me? Matt Ryan's best game of the season so far. Sorry, someone who would have to really sell the farm trade for me to trade back this year. Yeah. And people might sell the farm, right? Because if you look at Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud or Will Anderson as one of those guys that'll shift your franchise, you might be willing to give up the goods for it, right? There's a lot of teams in a far worse position than us. It will be tempting. We don't know how Snyder views Jalen Carter or Will Anderson or C.J. Stroud. We don't know what they think about those guys. They might see stuff that we're like, we don't see. So many factors and variables. A la Trubisky, Wentz. Yeah. I don't know, man. You can get too caught up in what people think you're supposed to do in a draft versus what you should actually do. All I know is they got a crap ton of picks, and when I do the mock drafts, even being an armchair coach GM, I'm putting together some really scary teams, some really scary mocks. Thank you, Denver. Absolutely, bully. If the Hawks have a chance to get Bryce or CJ, would you go for it? Nah. Not Young. Stroud, though. I've done some mocks where I've paired Stroud with Jackson Jigba, and it's kind of scary. But, you've got, the defense is right. The defense has got to be priority one. Even if you take some offense early, you just got to load up the defense. With this draft, you hit at corner, you hit at tackle. You might have got a receiver in there. You might get something here with Mafe as well as he develops, but you need more defensive line. Yeah, make sure to like and sub. Thank you for saying that, my boy. We're going to see what happens, though. I'm really excited for it. I think Schneider has a plan. I think they'll be very, very convicted about what they're going to do. A lot of teams are going to be attacking them with trades. A lot of teams are going to try to get the trades. Yeah, we're going to be on real quick. We're on now, in a sense. Just from finding Will and Kobe in those tackles. Ken, too. We got Ken. He's no slouch. Got banged up a bit this year, but he's having a good season. 7 is a rebuild year in the NFC West. Yeah, exactly. That's totally true. The whole NFC should be weirded out by the fact that Seattle is able to be a 500 team this late in the year, starting Geno Smith and a bunch of kids with a bunch of old D-linemen. Yeah. Snyder is one of the best GMs. He's missed a few times in the last few years, but it's looking good right now. Finally, they got the capital to look a little bit more dominant. Vikings take possession of the ball at their own 12. They're pinned again, down 33-0. 11 minutes in the third quarter. Kirk Cousins motions Adam Thielen. He's going to go play action to Dalvin Cook. He's got a man, and that's Justin Jefferson across the 20. I remember when the Niners were rebuilding, they were getting like 3 wins. Yeah, it's just like, who do you think you are? Like, your team was in a worse position when you guys started your rebuild. I just don't get the non-objective. Hey, you can hate Seattle, but don't act like they're not doing a good job with what they have. You know, you barely beat them with freaking us limping around with no DTs. Like, get out of here. Oh, and that's trying to get tricky. Oh, dang, Bo, man. He's like, oh, dang, bro, you're not trying to run a screen on me. Oh, dang, no, you shouldn't try to run the screen. Because you just got tossed, bruh. Jalen Reagor, disappointing player. Sportsmanlike conduct, that's going to be 15 yards. They were terrible. Yeah, they were like 3. And then Kyle Shanahan doesn't have a winning record in the regular season. Maybe he's over 500 now. Maybe. Come on, man. You guys gave away a million players picks for Trey Lance, who's played like 6 games. Come on, man. Of course not. Because they're a big market team. It's arrogance, but the Niners can say what they want to say, man. Richard Sherman still tipped that ball on their ass. Yeah, Trey Lance might not start in the NFL again, for all we know. We sweep them. Yeah, man, they had a good year, man. It is what it is. I'm not gonna play that role but it's just like some of those types of fans that are just so one-sided about everything. It's like, yeah, you got a legendary defense. That's dope, but you know, you're trotting out Brock Purdy to try to, even if you get past it, try to beat Jalen Hurts. We got a huge wide open play for Osborne. Osborne is streaking. He's inside the 10 and he's brought down inside the 5-yard line. That was a great throw by Cousins. Niners were good in the 80s, early 90s is when the league banks on them. Seahawks will get a run on again. Yes, I mean, this is the Seahawks channel. You're gonna think the same things for us. We turned it around. We basically didn't have much of a drop off. We have a chance of having the same record we did last season with trading away, Russell Wilson, which is insane. Yes, sir. When Richard got asked if he was going to retire 49ers, Seahawks said he was going to retire Seahawks. Sherman, yeah. Rick is like, come on, man. Don't get it twisted. Rick is like, he appreciates what he did for the Niners and appreciates their franchise, but he's like, you know what time it is. He's like, I'm a Seahawk. You see him in the Seahawks stadium, in the VMAC with Tariq. Second and goal here, 8 minutes in the third quarter. There's play action. Kirk Cousins looking for a man. Nobody's open. He throws to the back of the end zone. It's tipped up. God, Cousins is a mess sometimes. Yes, sir. When Richard got asked, okay, yeah, I already broke that down. But yeah, Seattle's a dub right now, guys. Seattle's a big dub. The franchise is looking good. I know Jody's considering selling it. It's in Paul Allen's will, but no one's going to try to take the team out of Seattle. It doesn't make sense financially. It's huge money. You get more money, more power, more narrative. More players want to go to Seattle. Kirk Cousins in shotgun. He motions Osborne to the left side of the field. And he throws an easy pass to Osborne for a touchdown. It's 33-6 Vikings. Colts. Should LOB have done something dedicated to the LOB and Lumen? Maybe. Maybe they do something for Cam and Sherm. Browner ended up being a pretty bad person. You can put Maxey in there. Earl Thomas has had a lot of problems. But you can't take away what they did on the field. I love to see Richard Sherman. Richard Cinnamon, he says. Richard Sherman signed a 1 year deal. Yeah, just a 1 game deal. Retire a Hawk. That will happen. When I see games like this, I think, why not get in the playoffs? We could play. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anything could happen. So try to sneak in there. They will rise to the top next year. Following last year, Rams broke. Niners can't get settled QB. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be between it'll be Kyler Murray starting off with the ACL will not be good for them. I think the Rams have overplayed their stay at the top of the division, so the Niners will come out swinging, of course. I'm just clowning, man. I totally got what you said. But it's yeah. For the next few years, the NFC West will be wide open for Seattle if they can mount a D line, which a lot of teams are in denial about. Like, you know, yeah, we can't stop the run worth a damn, but you get players, you can do that, and they're going to add stuff to Jordan Brooks and company. Absolutely. Wishing a recovery for Kyler. I do always joke about him playing on Call of Duty, but never want to see an ACL tear. Yeah, I think he's a bit misunderstood. But you're darn right, man. Like I don't cheer for injury, even in the division, out of the division. These kids, their whole life depends on being healthy, and it's hard to watch, man. Which makes me think, like, even furthermore, like, this how good this young O line can be here for Seattle. Like, keeping Geno Smith not from dying against the pass rushers they faced is a miracle in itself. After this game, I'm going to be going out with my young bucks, and we're gonna go have some fun outside, do what we can do. Tom Brady, cheer for Tom Brady ACL. You guys had the best luck ever. Well, it's not luck when you're not allowed to touch him. Cousins looks like he's on a mission all of a sudden. He's like, I'm gonna come back here in this game. You like that? Kirk Cousins looks like the neighbor, like the neighbor that will lend you the weed whacker and tell you, "Oh, don't worry, don't bring it back. It's all good. I'll pick it up later." Just a nice guy. Big kick return. Dang, special teams is just dominating for the Colts. Which flowers? The Immaculate Reception. Matt Ryan at his own 40 lines up under center. He's just going to do a nice little handoff, and that is going to go for 11 yards. Coaching changes. Maybe if Desai comes downstairs, but I don't think it's going to happen. Shane's had a good year. Clint, we've got to see what Clint can do with a full dynamic defensive roster, but the pre-snap stuff and the Vangio flex stuff is not really working, so maybe it's a philosophy change. Bunch formation out left, Matt Ryan. He's going to find a man over the middle, and it is a first down again for Doolin. Matt Ryan looking accurate this morning. Tons of time. It's insane. Yeah, like I like the culture they build. It's overblown. Like we've blown some games here, let's be honest, but like find another coaching staff that can have this record with this roster, and there would be very very few. The run stop, the run stop is the thing, right? Like that's the thing they have to fix. And if you draft the players that are super like talented and strong and dynamic and young and ready, you can't be worse. So I think that's what's cost us a couple, maybe 2, 3 of these games. So you already have that in position. You're fighting for the division, all right? I like the Bengals. I think the mistake that the Bengals have made is just not drafting and not working hard enough to get corners. Yeah, these stud teams, these supposed to be bought, all these bought and paid for teams that can't even, get above 500. It's a very it's the NFL's got a lot of illusion, a lot of sleight of hand. Seattle doesn't fall for the tricks much in terms of like biting on players. I mean, well, they did with Graham and Harvin, but Kirk Cousins with the pressure. There's a big tackle there. It's fourth down. They're gonna try to probably kick a long field goal. Good tackle by Bynum. That gets interesting if you can come down and score a TD here. If you're the Vikings. This game is a little bit crappy. Yeah, the Bungles need to get a corner like trotting out Apple and Flowers or whoever. Come on. Chase McLaughlin with a 700-yard field goal attempt. It's up. Oh, and it's good. I think that's good from 53. 36-7. Yeah, they're not. And you choose, if the Bengals, you choose to load up that offense, that's the route you went, and you're able to keep up with teams, but then you're susceptible to injury and stuff like that, to offensive players. That kind of can lead to like being short. If anyone goes down and Higgins a chase, it really affects you. Their O-line got a bit better. But Burrow's the truth, man. That's for sure. But I love your point about the culture in Seattle Bully. There's a culture of accountability that has been formed. Nobody's pointing the finger. There's no this, that, and the other. There doesn't seem to be drama. Everybody's together. If they can keep that going into next season, they'll have a huge leg up on a lot of teams in the NFC. You just got to stay with that culture, that win as a team mentality, and keep bringing in guys that believe. But I don't see coaching changes. Nah, I think they like Clint Hurt. I like Clint Hurt. I'm a little bit spellbound that they're not trying somebody to play in Barton's place, and they haven't tried some more defensive tackle depth outside of Miles Adams. But I'm not mad at what the Seattle Seahawks have done, even though it's been heart-wrenching watching the past 4 games. We're still like competitive. We are a brotherhood. The Seahawks is a brotherhood, and you can tell. For Shoto. Man, I don't know what the Vikings got to do to try to even. I think it's too far away from them now at this point in time. You're going to have a lot of reality check to do if you're the Viking staff now, though, because you couldn't have played a worse game at a worse time, and now you've got, now you got to rethink what you're going to be doing to come out next week. But you just hope for no injuries, I guess, if you're the Vikings here. Game's not over, but they haven't had Jonathan Taylor for 3.5 quarters, and it's like, you're kind of getting manhandled. Nick's the type of guy that's like, screw the rest of the NFL. Yeah, man. The NFL been trying to kill our team with calls, man. Successfully, they've done it. Straight up. And since it's the Seahawks, people will just point the finger at Seattle and say, "Oh, you're just a Seahawks fan. You're always complaining." Man, shut up, man. We've been getting freaking the worst calls of the year happen to us in a month. Do you guys know that Darrell Taylor getting a holding call on Mike McGlinchey of the Niners O-line was the first holding call that was on a pass play since the Chargers game in October? That's facts. Find me another team that suffers like that. Maybe the Lions? Well, Dalvin Cook with a big hole. That was huge. Big play by Dalvin Cook. He's got 9 for 73. Keep feeding him. Keep feeding them. I know those Dalvin Cook owners were hoping for 100 yards. Play action. Cousins with a screen. He's got blocks. Here goes Dalvin Cook. He's got blockers. And he's out there in front. Yeah, they hate on us. It's easy to target the small market teams. But I thought that when Seattle got to 7 wins, that narrative would change. But then in the last game, you got Metcalf with a taunting penalty, which was garbage. They're both jawing at each other. You don't get the call on Metcalf. He's being held down the sidelines. You get, there's Kirk Cousins drops back. He finds Justin Jefferson for a first down. You've got Brock Purdy sliding short of the sticks. That should have been called. You know, how is that not short of the first down? You've got Geno Smith getting tackled out of bounds by the neck. That's not even called as a late hit, let alone the horse collar, let alone the previous game, let alone, you know, I hate to be that guy, guys, but it's been disgusting. Straight up. Not saying we win them all, but it's been gross. Play action snap again. Cousins doesn't have much time. He lets it go in the flat, and it's almost, it wasn't intercepted, but he missed Hawkinson by a mile. Maybe a late hit and a personal foul out of it. Like, there's not even a personal, like, it's insane. Quandre, you know, he's a momentum player, you know, like, I'll never count him out. You know, Quandre's the type of guy that will be like, oh, it's done, and then he picks off Mahomes for the game. You know, he's a good player, but he needed to make that play. And his age is showing a bit. Trip sets. They throw a screen over to Osborne. Osborne's going to get inside the 15. He's there at the 10. Vikings marching a bit, but they're really down here. 36-7. Nick Newton says NFL and the refs and other teams have always hated on the Seahawks and always will. Doesn't matter how much we persevere. Correct. It's the same for a few teams. I look at the Dolphins. They do that to the Dolphins, and they also do that to the Lions a lot. Kirk Cousins pitches to Dalvin Cook, who forces his way inside the 5. Yeah, watching that Homer fumble, I felt the game slip away at that play. It felt like it couldn't happen. That was a good play by Greenlaw, but you got to have your ball security, especially a kid as smart, as strong as Travis Homer. I love Travis Homer, though. I'm not out on him. He's a quintessential third RB. Cousins is going to go play action. He's got Hawkinson. No one's there. He dumps it off into the middle. C.J. Ham, who's just short of a first down. It's going to be third and goal. Let's see if Cook can run it in here. You need 7. Now for the Finns, have had a couple good calls we needed. I just never, with the Pats, we have played perfect. Yeah, like, you know, the Finns have had some calls this season. The narrative shifted again, but like overall, they're one of those teams that the NFL picks on. Cousins in motion, fakes the handoff, and CJ Ham maybe in. He might be short. We were gaining so much momentum too before. Exactly. That fumble killed us. Quandre dropping that and that fumble just killed us. What's up? Your house? Okay, I'll be up there. Okay, I'll come check it out. He definitely got in, but what was the call there? What was the flag? Probably after the ref stuff. Yeah, we gifted them a TD. The play to Ray McLeod where they get 15 yards on a check down on third down, that was back-breaking too. How do you not have contingency there to make a tackle? Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go check out a dollhouse or something. Hold up, Audrey. Let me see what's good, though. Yeah? Okay. Yep. Good stuff. Yo! Jeff Saturday. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Yup. Okay, geez. Audrey, can you get dressed? Patrick Peterson with the breakup. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we've given up a lot of 3rd and 15s and 3rd and longs this season and rushing plays for first downs. It's like, come on, guys. Most Luzak. I'm not worried about the Seahawks at all. They just, they're trying to trot Cody Barton out against guys like Christian McCaffrey. It's clearly it's just roster development. I seen a meme saying Cliff Kennedy he never coached Patrick Mahomes, so I'm working at McDonald's. That's evil. Let's go, Hawks! Let's go! Just kidding. We're not even playing. The end of the third here, Cousins trying to mount a miracle. Goes play action. He's got time. And he's too silly to throw the ball away. Why isn't he throwing the ball, man? Guy's embarrassing sometimes. Can you be mad if you're a 10-4 team as the Vikings, though? I don't know, man. I don't think they belong in this position, but that's why I'm saying if you're the Vikings, you're probably not mad at being in a playoff spot here with this team. But they can get hot. That's the thing with them. Like if it's all working for them, they can be kind of savage. Ultimately, you do have Kirk Cousins at quarterback, which is scary when it comes to throwing picks and taking strip sacks in bad moments. No, definitely not, man. I got the Eagles, man. I got the Eagles playing the Bills or the Chiefs. That's what I think's gonna happen. I don't know that, but that's what I think's gonna happen. Jalen Hurts is just too much to contain, man. You can't simply just like He's a different type of runner than Russ or even Lamar Jackson. Like, he can be a power runner. Yeah, Russ is really falling from grace in the eyes of the international sports world. But we're Seahawks fans first, so we've got to be happy that we traded Russell, and have come out smelling like roses, because I don't wish injury on them, but every time they lose, we're looking better and better. Yeah, they knocked Seattle's O-line, but now Russ has been killed in Denver. In my opinion, their O-line's worse. And Russ, man, he just wants to stand in there and be that pocket guy, but without any pass pro, and he can't run anymore. He's just getting smoked, man. But he got his money, so you know, outside of football, making 150 million guaranteed, even if they cut his ass, he's doing really good, man. Yeah, we need those picks. We got everything for him, Strang. We got the future of our team back. We were going to be one of those middling teams like the Packers, trying to hang on to what was without anything around them. Kirk Cousins drops back to pass for the 9,000th time. Justin Jefferson's in the open field. He's going to race across the 50. And there's a helmet-to-helmet hit there at the end. That's going to tack on another 15 yards. He's got money, a hot wife at home. Yeah. But he needs to protect his brain now. Because, like, his brain and his body is something you can't get back with money. But ultimately, like, is Russell Wilson a bad guy? Like, I hate that narrative. Like, Russell Wilson, what's he supposed to be, ghetto? What's he supposed to act like, man? Is he fake and stuff in that media sense? Yes, he is. But he's a business. He decided to be a business for himself, and business is booming for him, even though it's kind of seems like it's over now, his dominance. He, for a 5'11 quarterback, 5'10 guy that was a third-round pick, he's done pretty well for himself. Got a Super Bowl in the conversation for the Hall of Fame, which may be over now, but I don't know, man. I try to take a step back and look at it from, like, I don't hate Russell Wilson. Like, Jesus, that's a bit crazy. Is he annoying? For sure. Kirk Cousins drop back to pass. Goes over the middle. It's caught by Osborne. Yeah, it's like the people that don't like Wilson in the locker room and stuff, I think that is real. I think his type of personality will definitely not mesh with everybody. He's got his ways. He's highly religious. He's really to himself. He's really in his zone. He's probably not the most fun guy. You know what I mean? Dalvin Cook scampering outside. But he's not a bad guy. Yeah, Rich hates him. Doug, I think, hates him. Cook out. Cook hurt himself. Cook's ankles and legs always, it seems. Maybe it's a groin. Kirk Cousins drop back to pass. He's going to target Jetas underneath for a touchdown, saving people's fantasy lives. Here's a gritty. I never wanted anyone retired from injury. Yeah, Seahawks, it's the greatest trade of all time. It's there with the Herschel Walker trade, they say. It has to produce a bit more, but it's ooh, that was a nice route. He just ate Gilmore. But I don't blame Russell Wilson for leaving. Like, Seattle was never going to pay him. I just think he went to the wrong team. Yeah, it's a win-win for Wilson and Seattle. It's a lose-lose for the Denver Broncos, and they just continue to lose. You paid the guy who beat you in the Super Bowl by like 40 points, all the money in your franchise, to come out and win 3 games. Even though I hope Russell and Broncos stay bad, so this trade is better for us, I do hope Russ retires Seahawk and him and Pete make up. Yeah, I think they're going to be okay. If the Broncos bring in Derek Bevel to run OC, they can fix it. I just think their offense was overrated too. Like, Judy is a streaky player. Cortland Sutton is a sometimes kind of player. You know, Dolchich, whatever. Their O-line isn't that good. Running back susceptible to injury. What kind of commercial is this? Are these supposed to be Sasquatch? Dude, my daughter would love this commercial. Chiefs are so damn lucky their team is so mediocre, but freaking Patrick Mahomes, man. Yeah. He's so good. Like, you got to think he's salivating to play against this team. Bevel had a successful OC with Hawks and Russ once. I want that type of QB. Yeah. You mean a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback prospect? Those are fun. Those are fun to have. A lot of people say that, Nick. They never liked Russ. I thought he's all right, man. I don't think he goes to the children's hospital just for show, you know? Like, I think he really tries to contribute to the communities he's in. Yeah, Andy Reid is a brilliant coach to transcend time like that. He's old too, and he just motivates teams and gets young guys firing and really has guys doing their jobs. He's kind of like, Andy Reid's like the likable Belichick. That bowling celebration was hilarious with the last pin. He had the fake injury gritty. So stupid. Jedda's is funny, man. Jeez, how much diamonds you got in your mouth, bro? Wow, this game's getting a little bit weird. If Minnesota gets the ball back here quickly, it's a game. I hate the Chiefs, but Mahomes is something else. I don't hate the Chiefs. They're annoying, but Mahomes is sick. Kels is good. They got a lot of dope players. Chris Jones would be a nice player for us to have. He's too short. Pete is what made him good. Yeah, I mean, he had some of the best deep throws and clutch plays, though, in history, man. It's just the facts. I don't expect people to like Russell Wilson, though. This game's getting weird. Big end around out of the backfield. Pittman flying around. Yeah, when Russ was really in the zone with those deep throws and those teardrop quick blitz pickups to Baldwin and lock it over the top. You know, he was even nice with DK there. Let's just face it, he was good for 8 seasons in Seattle. He was really good. Colts trying to still control the game on the ground, which is smart. Trying to clock some time as Minnesota's kind of gotten hot here. I'm not sure how it's going to end for Wilson. But the Colts in this game got to be careful not just to try to milk clock to win this game, because that will not work in their favor, that narrative. They've got to get some first downs on this possession. They're going to pin their ears drop. Let's see if they can catch him with a screen or something. Ryan would play action, and he's got a man wide open. Oh, and he's dropped. He threw it too hard. Yeah, and that's good, Bully, and that's still the question. Geno Smith has been a wonderful surprise. But at 33 or whatever it is, he can't be your ultimate long-term answer. You have to find contingency there in the draft and maybe with Locke. Yeah. Bobby will retire a Seahawk. Russ will retire a Seahawk. Sherm will retire. Make no mistake about it. 3rd and 5. This is the biggest possession of the game so far. Ryan's running out of play clock. He snaps the ball. Good coverage. They've got him in the flat. Dead to rights. Wow, and great coverage by Kendricks. You know, the Vikings are going to get the ball back here with more than 10 minutes. They are down now 15. It's a 2-possession game. That one extra point could prove to be interesting because the Vikings will have to go for 2 at some point, even if they score. Yeah, my opinion, Geno is too old already. We can try and make the franchise go with the Pete and then them love Geno. He could play for another couple years, yeah. I like the grooming idea too, Stringfellow. That's a good idea. But it just scares me, like, do you hamper money? Oh! There's going to be a flag, though. Big punt return. There might be a flag to bring it back. I wonder. This game's getting interesting, but is there a flag? Face mask on the receiving team. That was big for Minnie. They could have had a big play, but they got a face mask call. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. What is the answer? Brandon Nelson's talked about it. Hawks Nest talked about it. All the major channels. Merce talked about it. Do the Seahawks draft a quarterback this season to replace Geno Smith or press Geno Smith? Do we pay Geno Smith? It's the age-old question right now. It's like so much of the conversation. Oh, that was a bad call. Vikings getting robbed a little bit by that call. But you got to just fire away. Here comes Cousins and Jettas. He never grabbed his face mask. Heartbreaking. Cook's back in the game. Cousins lets it fly, but he throws it behind Osborne a little bit. It's tough to say because I honestly don't want to watch college at all. Yeah, I watch it all, so I do have a lot of prospects that are not just the big names. That's true about Tannehill. Stringfellow said Tanny only gets 20 to, yeah. Nice little play here underneath to Dalvin Cook. He scampers for another first down. That was a nice throw on a slant. Cook was wide open. Good to see him back in the game. He's having a nice game now. Yeah, I like the idea. If you're going to pay Smith, make it up front. A signing bonus, get him his money. Just keep it open-ended. I think they'll draft one regardless of what we think, Nick. They'll be drafting one. I just don't know how high. I think they'll draft a QB. This draft for QBs is meh. You know, you got to think if the Lawrence Fields draft was like touted to be that crazy and you only really got Fields out of it so far, this draft's probably not going to be that dynamic, but you just don't know. Crack toss to Cook. Cook hangs onto the ball. Gets upfield for maybe a yard. Clock's still going. Vikings need to hurry. It's 3rd down. I don't know why the Vikings are taking their sweet time. 3rd and 8. Not only do they need a first down, they need to do it faster. I've seen Seattle do this. Start getting momentum and not get enough urgency. Shotgun, bad snap. Kirk Cousins, he finds Osborne. Osborne sneaks across for a first down. Huge day for Osborne. What makes you like CJ over Young? Young is like first of all, he plays with Alabama. He's not Jalen Hurts' running ability. He's a pretty small guy. You know what I mean? And you saw what happens with Kyler Murray. Like, he can run, but he just doesn't have the beef, I think, to survive Bosa and those kind of guys. Stroud is a bigger guy. He has a bigger a pocket presence. He's more of a dynamic arm, can throw on the run better, I think. So I like Stroud because he can throw on a run to our style of receivers, and is an underrated runner. Yeah, he's on Ohio State, but I think he's as every bit as talented as anyone else out there. Kirk Cousins finds Jefferson is unloaded on, and that's another flag. Wow, I can't believe he held on to the ball. Jefferson is the best in the league. That was a really dirty hit. No, it wasn't. It was actually a great, clean play. That was a nice play by Gilmore, if you're asking me. I don't know how he hang on to the ball, though. Colts are known for choking. That was a nice play by Gilmore. He got his helmet out of the way, in my opinion. How were you supposed to tackle him? I don't know. I'm subjective there. Doesn't look like a penalty to me. That's a call that you wouldn't get if you're a Seahawk. You know what I mean? Yeah, their defense has lost concentration for sure. Letting guys open, playing bend but don't break is not the way to play against Jazz. Jefferson's mad. He's just mad because he's getting pulled. Cousins with play action. He's going to look downfield. He airs it out. And he throws a pick. That's Kirk Cousins in a nutshell. That's all Kirk Cousins to me is, man. So painful to watch, bro, and I'm not a fan of that team. How do you throw that, dude? What an idiot. My apologies, Kirk, but what are you doing, man? Jalen Reagor is trash. Lurk Cousins. Big L. You like that? I don't like that, and I'm glad I didn't pay you $150 million. Even Gino's not throwing that, you know what I'm saying? Gino over Kirk Cousins. Nick, for the QB thing, it will not be to the later rounds. I think Cam Ward or someone like that. Maybe they do a trade down and get Richardson. No clue about college either. Absolutely no on drafting QB this year, as you said. Later rounds, maybe. Colts choking. Boom or bust. They absolutely are boom or bust. Well, that kind of dashed the hopes of the Vikings mounting a comeback here. Really ridiculous. Why isn't, like, someone else on that route other than Reagor? Where's TJ Hawkinson? And why are you guys not just moving the ball, like, with efficient intermediate passing? Because that's been working. Ugh. Kurt's always selling in important situations for sure. Bro just loves throwing picks when he needs to hold on to the ball. Yeah. Reagor seems like a bit of a bust, man. Exactly. There's a difference between being a hothead and being a passionate player. And DK gets attacked by secondaries and they nip at his heels and bite at him like chihuahuas because he's such a beast. And he handles it well. Yeah, Ramsey's is more of a jerk, He's just more of a straight up jerk. How many picks has Kirk Cousins thrown today? 15? 2, but it feels like 15. Yeah, you pin them at the 3 with that pick, but you need TDs. You need 2 TDs and one of those to go for 2. Matt Ryan's no bum, you know what I'm saying? Like he's older, but he knows how to control a game. Here's Matt Ryan. Oh, he tries to get it out there to Pittman. Oh, sneaky. They should have ran. Yeah, I love DK. He's my new favorite wide receiver in the league. It's just when he gets a flag for talking, I'm like, bruh, no way. Yeah, like, well, how can you give him a flag there? You saw that. They were both jawing each other. No one's being physical after the snap. It's like as if you can call a flag, especially on a home player there. It's so crazy. The leadership by Cousins there. A safety would be crazy. I'm calling a timeout right here. They're gonna hold their timeouts. I guess that makes sense. Of course they were. They were baiting DK, but DK, he backed off. He said his stuff, but you don't call that. You just say break it up, guys. You can't call that taunting. Like, he didn't make a catch or anything. DK is a beast. Here's a pass rush. Oh, and they drop it. That stops the clock. Big stop. They just keep letting the Vikings in this game. Jefferson coming out. Concussion protocol is a joke, obviously, in the NFL. If you're a star player, you can play. Well, people are jealous of DK Metcalf. They're jealous of him is the reason. Guy's one of the best athletes in the world. Seems like a cool, nice dude to me, but he's not going to back down when people talk trash to him, What's he supposed to do? Just be, like, soft about it? No, man, it's the modern NFL. You got Javarius Ward in your face, Jimmy Ward, those guys are dicks, man. Of course you're going to talk back. I hope he never stops. Good field position. They got the ball at the 7 minutes. Cousins throws an errant pass, but it's caught by Thielen. It was an okay pass. Bit of a duck, but they're inside the 30 already. Here come the Vikings. They're over here calling JC DK's dad and stuff. Yeah, 72 and a TD because Gino didn't see JC in the flat means that he owns DK Metcalf. Get out of here. Osborne going off, looking like freaking Randy Moss today. Yeah, and DK is going to get paid again big. DK Metcalf, cornerstone of the team. Once we start using him like Julio Jones more on more intermediate and stuff, and we get the offense to do that, watch out, man. Kirk Cousins, 5 wide. He's going to throw in the seam. Terrible throw. And that's going to be pass interference. They're going to really put the pressure on the Colts here, guys. Bring back in Ham for the run. Ball's at the 1. This ref loves the Vikings. But that was PI. But like, how do guys get calls like this, but we can't get them? You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't a catchable ball, but it's PI at the 1. I really would like to see Seattle with a call like that this year. Dalvin Cook in the I formation. They're going to hand the ball to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is going to not make it in. Yeah, they need to throw to him 10 times a game. DK is worthy of that. He can just get short stuff too, like little 5-yard pickups, 11-yard pickups. Use him more. Like get him 15, 20 throws a game. Make him that guy. He is that guy. Great defense there. They tried Osborne at the back of the end zone there, but he was kicked out. Where's Hawkinson? Oh my God. Nice job by the safety there, or slot corner. But why aren't you running there? The play calling sometimes of the Vikings really is strange to me. I formation again. Play action. Back of the end zone, Thielen, touchdown. Let's see if they go for 2 here or wait. I'd go for 2 here. That was a nice play design. Yeah, Tyler and DK are both wide receiver 1s in my opinion. Let's see if Young can be that guy, because Eskridge hasn't seemed to be that guy. So imagine they did get Quentin Johnson. Ah, that'd be crazy. It's a game. They're going to go for the extra point here instead of the going for 2, and I like that. It's early enough in the game. But this is drama. All of a sudden, the game is no longer doo-doo. Chill out. It's not one of the best games of the year. Nate Burleson's tripping. But yeah, the comeback will be the best if they do it. You're mad about the calls in the Raiders game? Check this out. I'm mad about the calls in the Saints game. I'm mad about the calls in the Bucs game. I'm mad about the calls in the Raiders game. I'm mad about the calls in the Niners game. I'm mad about the calls in the Carolina game. Come on, right? But let's not let that be what defines us, is refereeing. You know, it makes a huge difference. But let's get so dominant as a young team that we're just, we're just unstoppable. They're going to bring the heat to Matty Ice here. If you haven't been watching this game, they were up like 33-0 at one point. It's now 36-28. Vikings have all the momentum at home. And Nate Burleson is kind of fun as an announcer, to be honest. I really like Nate Burleson. He's a cool guy. Yeah, Josh Jacobs fumbled 1,000%. And what makes me sicker is they come back around and consider the same stuff that Seattle does on the field. They call it the other way, like the same plays. Just seems obvious, the narrative. But it was never going to be easy for Seattle, Yeah, when you play conservative, the league allows things to open up on you. And they're like, oh, you guys want to sit back and let other teams pass? We love that. They're not going to start calling things. They're going to let the other team seep back in. So you just got to keep your foot on the pedal all the time, I think. That's what the Eagles, the Niners, and the Cowboys defenses are doing. They're not putting their foot on the brakes, Yeah, and DK was a first down for sure. Like, you got a guy who's allowed to catch the ball with his freaking ankles and his heels and it drag across the floor, but DK can't catch the ball. They're going to run the ball here and get chased down. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Lots of time. All of a sudden, we got a barn burner. Let's see what happens here. Minnesota pressing to get the ball back here with over 4 minutes. I guess they would wind the clock down and save their timeouts if they were forced to punt. Yeah, they did screw us. Matt Ryan. And he's got a guy first down. Damn, that's heartbreaking for the they couldn't get Ryan on the ground. Paris Campbell's a good little football player, guys. Out of Ohio State. Was injured his first couple years. He's a good receiver. It's a big catch. Now you really have to do the clock management thing. That's a good run stop there. It's a fumble! It's a fumble! And they're going to score. I don't think he was down. Oh, they ruled him down. Is this the Josh Jacobs style thing? Is this the Josh Jacobs call? Where they call forward progress after a player is not down? You see, this is the stuff. This is basically the same. That's a fumble. Jacobs had the ball a little bit longer, but not much longer. You know what I mean? That cost us a game, maybe the playoffs. Let's be real. That's a touchdown. It's a pure fumble for a touchdown. But this is what I was talking about, guys. This is what makes me sick, is why don't we get that? Why don't we get that call, you know? Why? How is he down? This is impossible. Why don't the Vikings have a chance to get the ball? Are they getting Seahawked? Disgusting. Like, that could have ended Gino's career. There's not even a flag? I was losing my mind, bro. I was absolutely going crazy when that happened. 4 yards out of bounds. Gino was yanked down. Could have tore his ACL. What's going on, man? This better be their ball. What's going on here? They're not allowed to challenge? Okay, I get it, but they don't. Why isn't that a touchdown? The NFL needs to give their head a shake, dude. I'm not surprised at this comeback, really, just because I think the Colts are just garbage. Oh my God, the fact that they're not allowed, that's not a TD. Like, the guy fumbled the ball before he was even going into position himself to accept a tackle. Yeah, they've been screwing us in our own building for the whole season. There's Jefferson. Here comes the Vikings. But they should already be maybe within a score or have a TD there because that was a clear fumble recovery for a touchdown. Disgusting. But as Seahawks, we've been watching this stuff happen to us. That was even more obvious than the Jacobs one, to be honest. They just want the drama. If you don't think narratives exist in the NFL, you're completely wrong. Hawkinson, dude, what are you doing? He was trying to catch it and run before he had it. He should have just sat on the ball. Yeah, Nate knows. He should have stopped, anchored, and come towards the ball. Good coverage, though. Yeah, I feel that way, man. I hate talking about it, but it's the facts, and I got to talk about those things. 3rd and 3, play action is 4-down territory. Cousins short shotgun here. Check it down. No, he finds the unstoppable Justin Jefferson in the flat with the comeback route. He's taking Gilmore out. Taking Gilmore's lunch here, his brunch. Somebody tell me how many yards Jefferson has today. I know Osborne's going crazy. What's Jefferson's stat line, guys? Cousins has a chance to make history here, I think. Pump action. Good throw out of bounds there. Yeah, a lot of my family is Seattle fans because some of them are from Seattle, but I've never got to go there. Oh, really? That's cool, man. It's a dope place. It might be far from where you're from, but I highly suggest checking it out. Yeah, man. Go Bully. It's fire. Seattle's super cool, man. It's a very unique city. Hey? Bye. Go in the summer or the spring or like late spring, summer, early fall. It's so nice, bruh. Here's Cousins. He's under pressure. Throws it to the flat. No one's home. You know they're going to try Jefferson, but this is where you go back to Hawkinson again in the seam and just tell him to sit down and catch the first down. Oh, I see. So you live in Houston then? Houston's big, right? There's inside pressure. Nice throw, Cousins, and it's incomplete. Good defense by Gilmore. He's tenacious. You're going to go 100% soon and watch a game in Lumen. You need to. It's so dope, man. Going to Hawks games is like nothing else. I haven't been to a ton of other stadiums, but it's just amazing. Houston seems crazy, man. It seems dangerous out there, though. I'm not a shook one or anything, but it seems like, Houston can be really rough. They're going for it on 4th and 10. And that's a false start. What's that like living out in Houston? Is it fire? Is it cool? Cousins on 4th and 15. They got all their timeouts. But this has been a poor possession, like bad play design, not utilizing what the defense is giving you. Cousins escapes, but he's tackled. Great job by Odignono. Yeah. It's packed, eh? Like there's hella Like there's just hella population everywhere. I know in Texas, like you can get a house, like a 3-car garage and a pool in a nice neighborhood for the size of a 1-bedroom apartment in Seattle, like outside, like suburban Seattle even. It makes sense why a lot of people go to Texas and Arizona. Crack toss to Zach Moss. Zach Moss scampers across for a first down, tries to stay in bounds. And he does. A little bit too little, too late, maybe, from the Vikings. Oh, he did step out of bounds. That was bad. Vikings trying to do everything to get one more chance in this game. Yeah, I mean, Washington State has a lot of nature around it for sure. And Oregon. You know, Seattle has, like, you know, there's at least trees. You know, you have to drive out a little bit north or east or south to get really into the, like, nature elements, but they're a lot closer for sure than somewhere in Texas. Second and 9. They stop the clock. Good clock management here by the Minnesota Vikings. Cousins checking the Microsoft Surface, looking at why he didn't throw the ball. Darius Leonard in a hoodie, going crazy. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Matt Ryan trying to get first downs. Turned out to be quite a game. All right, so Matt Ryan under center here. We've got Pierce and Pittman just ran in motion. He's going to hand the ball off to Zach Moss, who breaks the tackle, but he's still wrapped up by Kendricks in enemy territory at their 40, at 39. Another timeout. Vikings going to use that 2-minute warning. Man, I got to piss like a racehorse, but I'm going to hang in there. Yes, sir. I got a few friends that are that are Seattle fans as well, so we're all trying to visit there sometime. You should go through, man. So what's your connection like with, like, it's just a family connection in Seattle that makes you a Hawks fan? Crucial play for both teams, of course. Shotgun set, Matt Ryan. They're moving a tight end in motion. Oh, and they run zone run. And Zach Moss, he doesn't get there. He's just short a yard. I'd kick a field goal. He's short, so McLaughlin's good from deep, but this will probably be 55 maybe. Yeah, that's a good way to be a fan, man. I get you. You don't need to justify it to me, but I feel you, man. That's usually how it is with football. You know, your family, your social group, where you're from. But, you know, people choose their squads. Fourth and 1. They're going to try to ice the game here. Vikings can't stop the run here, then it's game over. They were just going to try to catch him jumping, and there's a timeout. Field goal unit should come out. Jeff Saturday's smart, man. You know you got to kick this. But if you don't make the kick, you're giving him great field position. If McLaughlin makes the kick, the game's over. Hypothetically. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to do everything not to piss my pants. I had hella coffee today. Oh, they're gonna go. Ryan has motion. He's gonna try to lean forward. I think it's a first down. It's a first down. Shout out to Matt Ryan for doing that. Yeah, it is gross, but like football's football. It doesn't matter how much you win by. That should be for progress and stop short of the first. He was holding on the ball for like 2 minutes. They should have whistled it there. Mmm. This is going to be controversial. He didn't get it. I would have blown it dead because that pile's been there for a long time. Sure, let's make it a game. They definitely did. Like, that ball, I know if you're a Colts fan, you're going to hate that call, but the fact of the matter is he was blown still short of the first down for more than 2 Mississippis. I think it was a good call. Chill out, Jeff. Just because it's Saturday. Shoot, I'd like to get out to Houston sometime to just try the food down there. I heard like when you order food in Houston, like barbecue and stuff, you get one plate. It could feed like 16 people. Cowboys fans are painful. My best friend's a Cowboys fan. This is going to be an exciting finish, man. If Jefferson wins off of a TD or ties this game off of a TD, it's going to go crazy. Okay, I got to piss. You got this on console? Okay, now we'll give you pancakes. Here goes Kirk Cousins. He throws the ball to Dalvin Cook is running. Dalvin Cook at the 50. Dalvin Cook at the 40. At the 30. At the 20. He cuts a man. He gets a block. Dalvin Cook at the 1. Touchdown. That was insane. Now you need the 2-point conversion. Holy crap, Dalvin Cook just made some people money. This game is crazy, man. Bro, Eric, how are you, man? So this game started out 33-0 for the Colts. And now it's within 2 points, and they can try to tie. 2 minutes left. It's been insane, bro. The Colts just choked up like over 36 points or whatever in just minutes. It's just been crazy, brother. Yeah, man. They were down 33-0. And Cousins has thrown like 16 picks, dude. Here it is. To tie. It's good. There's a tie game. Hawkinson with the 2-point conversion. This could be the greatest comeback of the last decade. but until then, it was a trash game. Bro, Eric, it was a trash game for the first 3 quarters, man. This is crazy. And there's still time for them to win the game. I'm telling you, if Matt Ryan comes out here, mind you, Jonathan Taylor went out in the first quarter. If Matt Ryan comes back and if Matt Ryan leads them to win this game, that will be so legendary. He'll be the true ice. Dalvin Cook, man. Holy crazy, man. Dalvin Cook has 400,000 fantasy points. Damn, bro. Yeah, Eric, how are you, man? Just chilling. I just decided to stream this morning game. My wife went out of town. I got all the kids. I'm going to go for brunch after this, maybe stream the night game. Exciting. Yeah, the last quarter's been insane, man. Jefferson's had like concussions and late hits, and he's been battling, and they're getting contributions from Thielen. Their third wide, Osborne, has million yards. You know. Yeah, 25. So yeah, I have some family members from Seattle and friends. I have some cousins from Dallas and my grandma and them from Kansas. Cool, Kansas, man. That's another place I haven't been. That sounds cool. So I basically could have picked one of those 3. And you chose the best, bro, the NFC best. The Seahawks, baby. You know what time it is? See? That's all it is for me, man. I've always been obsessed since a kid. Shout out to my man Eric Gilbertson. That's my friend. Here we go. Matt Ryan with the chance to prove his worth. He's in shotgun. He's swallowed up and tackled. Whoa, they better run this clock out. Oh, but they can't. It's a 2-minute warning. Yeah, it's finals week, and I've been grading like a fiend, proctoring exams, and I thought, check out YouTube. Here you are. Yeah. I'm like the Seahawks, like you can't get rid of me. I'm like that Seahawk fan that's just everywhere. Yeah, Seattle. Something about being a Seahawks fan is just special. Yeah, man, just for no reason at all. I'm just like, wife's out of town. My kids are chilling. Everyone's feeling good. Throw on the game and stream it. I try to do it as much as when I can. And we've had like Nicholas in here. We haven't had V-Ray in here, but we've had like Nick. We've had Cameron Ashcroft in here. We got Bully in here. We've got Daniel Dub in here. We got a lot of the homies in here, a lot of friends. I gotta give them all respect, man. Everyone's been just having a good time. It's been like a 10-person stream most of the time. Stringfellow's in here. We've had who came over from a raid. I do, man. I like, in my real life, like, I keep a close circle, Eric, you know what I mean? Like, I got, like, those 3 or 4 core people. I don't live, like, where I grew up, so a lot of people aren't around me, so but, like, the Seahawks community is just different, man. It's like a different type of kinship, and that's real. But yeah, exam season for you. Hey, you're obviously a professor level stuff or teacher, and this is a heavy time. You know how it is, my brother. You get older and you stop trying to impress or do anything in your family, and those people that you really know are your go-tos kind of become part of your. You're no longer trying to develop it that way. Yeah, man, I really feel that way. Yeah, man, imagine you thought you were winning big tonight in fantasy so far with JJ, playing against JJ and Cook, and they were having such a hard time, and then all of a sudden they just go crazy. He told you if you wanted to put the money. Yep. No worries. We'll be going soon for some like. You want to play a game? Oh, we'll be going for pancakes or something soon. Matt Ryan, 2nd and 18. He finds a man. Kylan Grayson. Nice out route there. That's going to be 3rd and short now. I think he probably got about Peterson down. Yeah, totally. I don't know, man. That's just part of life. They got siblings, We'll see if they can figure it out. Just kidding. Not being negligent, but they're all right. Yeah, even texted him. I was like, "Let's go, bro. You're gonna win, but never freaking mind." Yes, love. What type of game? Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll bring it up. 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Matt Ryan, 3rd and 5. Slant to Pittman, and he's hit short. Wow. Yeah, just give me a sec, bro. Nora, are you on your tablet? Let's see if I can make it through the last minute here with my little mini me's going ham. They're going for it. I wouldn't do it. Offside. Oh, false start. Man, that's bad. This is crazy. That mini Kirko Chains is everything, bro. Man, that was crazy. Colts gonna Colt. Eric Gilbertson said it best. You can count on the Colts Colton. Yes? Okay, just almost 1 minute. 1 minute in football time, as my wife says, is 45 minutes in chronological time. As Eric is a mathematician, you understand football time transcends dimensions, transcends space and time, the continuum. Yes, she speaks the truth, and you can redefine. It's like the scene in Interstellar. You're just in a middle dimension where you're hoping that it never ends, but it's so beautiful, but so painful at the same time as you see your future and your life flash in front of your eyes. You know the yes. All right, just chill. We're gonna go in a minute. Football is life. Sad to see the season is over. Yeah, it went so fast. I got so obsessed. I was like, why don't I just share my obsession? Why don't I just start talking with people everywhere about it, other than just my same friends that I go buck about? the Seahawks with, who are like, dude, bro, we know, man. Like, when? Here it is, Cousins' chance to be a hero. This will be like an NFL Films level game. He tosses it up, and there's contact downfield, but they say it's incidental. I'm heading into the playoffs this week. 5 leagues, only a couple of good teams. Man, I sucked this year. I went with like Kyle Pitts and Najee Harris. I had that kind of year. My only consistent players were Jamal Williams, Patrick Mahomes, and DK Metcalf. It was insane. I got killed by injuries. Even the guys I drafted well behind them got hurt too. One of those years. Cousins snaps the ball. They're off balance. Throws it down. TJ Hawkinson fighting for yards. Lots of time to get in the field goal range here, and I think they're going to do it. That's why you have more than one league. But if I have more than one league with my personality, more than 1 or 2 leagues, I won't do anything else. Cousins doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to be short. They got to hurry up. What do you do here? Do you go for it? Yeah, go for it. You're 10-3. If they clock this out, what's happening? Colts called the timeout. Yeah, you punt here. Yeah, so if this goes to overtime, yes, it's a tie game, bro. So if this goes to overtime, I don't think I can stick it out. I might be able to. I'll hang in there. But the kids need lunch. What? This would be the largest comeback in the history of the sport? They are everything of that. They're like beautiful secret agent level. Definitely not terrorists, but more like an organized, like underworld assassin group that is fueled by pancakes and toys. Ninjas, yes. Covert special ops team, more so. And when mommy's away, they will take full advantage of daddy outgunned. Backs against the wall, Sarge. Yep. Shout outs to you for being in the money, bully. What a game. Imagine they get a safety. Can he kneel the ball? Yeah, he's going to kneel it. All right. Well, that's regulation time. I'm going to have to go get the kids to some food. I can't believe I can't finish this stream. Maybe I will just hang on. I'll hang on. I'll see if I can make it through. No, Eric. I'm going to try. Once they start, if anyone goes buck, I'm going to leave. Wow, this game has been crazy, Eric, man. I'm telling you, bro, like this game has been just astonishing. Like, and the fact that it seemed like it was so far gone. Yeah, they just said it. It'll be the greatest comeback in the history of the Super Bowl era, regular season or otherwise, or otherwise at all. If they win. I just kind of have to watch it to witness the history, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll rename the stream. I've been doing a lot of play-by-play. I've just been mostly talking about Seattle. Of course. I'm not a quitter. I refuse to quit. Yeah, you can't quit in football. It's such a marginal game. Vikings win the toss and get the ball. Oh man. Kirk Chains. I would be down bad if I was a Colts fan. Like, just because this was a game that just gives you some hope for the future. It's not over. Yeah, go check those students, man. See what they're doing. When you sneaking out of class? When the teacher's sneaking out of class to watch football. It's the best thing I've ever heard. Can't lie to the Colts fan pages weren't being toxic, but they were posting about 30 views. They're finna destroy the Vikings. Yeah, it's never over till it's over. The fat lady had not sung her final tune today. To the tune of Jettas and Delvin Cook. That's a tough opera. I didn't even know what that meant. This is an exciting thing, though. I'm glad I get to share this type of history with you guys. That's why I kind of do these things, this channel. Like, being part of this, like, I didn't think this game was going to be any good. I thought the Lions were going to stomp the Colts, or it would be a close game, Lions win by 10. Instead, it may be the greatest comeback in the history of the game. And I'm randomly watching it on a Saturday where I typically work all day, but I'm not working today, and it's just crazy how it works out. And I decided to stream it. Trippy. I'm thinking if the Vikings can just move the ball methodically, now that the defense is so tired, if you can get a nice run on the outside and get a good block, woof, you can just get into field goal range and just end it. No, you can't end it on a field goal, but a field goal is fine, the way your defense has been playing. But wow, yeah. This has just been a really crazy thing because it started out so bummy. Eric, how are the students doing, Mr. Gilbertson? You guys got everybody in line? Shout outs to the teachers, man. We're nowhere without teachers in our society here. Teachers do not get compensated enough for what they do, what they put up with from their governments and from their students. you teach, you do it out of love, and you make a huge impact on the world. McLaughlin kicks it off. And it's returnable, but I would have sat back, but he returns it anyway and puts his team back 7 yards. Here comes Cousins. Throws away the game, throws him into the game. Throws away the game, throws him into the game. And throws him right back into the game. They're going to bring heat inside with Buckner and them, but it's the edges and the tiredness of the linebackers, the fatigue there that troubles me if I'm a Colts coach. They hand it off to Cook. Cook finds a little bit of a crease, but not much. Yeah, it's a bittersweet relationship with Cousins, your quarterback, because sometimes he's throwing you, crazy stats and winning big, or he's like giving up a big game. There's not a lot of consistency, but like overall he is good, Shotgun, man coverage, no zone coverage on Jefferson. Jefferson cuts across the middle of the field, and he's overthrown by Kirk Cousins. And we've got a holding call. Roughing the passer into DeForest Buckner. Devastating call because Cousins overthrew that, and that would have been third down. That was a really bad play call. There's a helmet, maybe? Yeah, he hit him with the helmet. So those are the things that cost games, right? Like even as DeForest Buckner is probably the number one defensive tackle I wish we had on our team. You have to keep your head here because the rest and the narrative is spinning for the Vikings here to ice this game. They got Ham in the backfield with Dalvin Cook. Play action. Check down to Cook. Cook's got one-on-one, cuts back inside, picks up about 6. Yeah, the inconsistency and the untimely interceptions. Better team than the Vikings, or better team than the Colts today, and you're losing by a lot of points. They'll just ice you. So, like I said, like the thing about the Vikings is, even though I do think they're overrated, when they're hot, when they hit hard and fast, and that's the thing you got to watch out for. Flats out here to a screen pass to Osborne, who scampers for another 7 and first down. But he's hurt. I think he might have tore something there. Cramping, maybe. Yeah. That kid had a crazy game. Osborne's had an amazing game today. Willie McGuire says you do that against the Chiefs or the Bills or the Bengals, you're gonna pay. Yeah, you're gonna be losing for sure. But each game is each game. So this gives a breather to both teams. Osborne's pretty cramped up, I think, man. He'll walk off, but he's been a warrior today for a third wide. Would have been a great flex play in daily fantasy league. Geez, if you played Osborne in daily today, you've got an advantage. Huge game here, guys, for the Minnesota Vikings, trying to stay up there in the NFC with the Eagles and the Cowboys. Justin Jefferson, he's a shark in the water. There's blood in the water, and Justin Jefferson wants blood. Here they go. There's play action. Justin Jefferson leaks out. Ooh, but a nice check down to a random tight end, I don't know. That was a nice little play on a bootleg. Your Colts defense is really tired now. Yeah, thanks, Colts, for blowing it for everybody. Kirk Cousins getting surgical with this thing. I'm running here on 2nd and 3rd. Run it away from Buckner. Jefferson's in motion. They run Cook on a delayed handoff. Cook leaches forward for a first down. Leans forward. They're inside the 40 now. And not only is it a methodical drive, but a drive that makes their defense even more tired. So if you're forced to kick a field goal, this is kind of football 101, but in overtime you can't win with a field goal on the first score. So if they're forced to kick a field goal and get that field goal, and then it's tied up with the field goal and they have to come back, then the Colts defense will be essentially totally gassed. Yeah, you're going to get that money split, bro. Play action, Kirk Cousins, and he's sacked. Oh, and he barely gets back to 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That was very Kirk Cousins-ish. But as you can see, this D-line now is just running on pure fumes right now for the Colts. Surprised you don't run there on first down. It's just really, really odd. Damn, this has been a long stream. It's over 200 minutes. I just hope with JT's ankle injury and the Colts losing the game, they don't sit JT the rest of the season. Yeah, they might do that. Cousins drop backs to pass. He's got a little bit of time. It's batted down. Lucky to not be picked off. DeForest Buckner, what a force. 3rd and 14. We've got shotgun here. 3rd and 14. Kirk Cousins throws it underneath to Hawkinson for nothing. There's a flag. Go Hawks. Great to see you, Eric. Have a good day, brother. Thanks for dropping by, man. I'll see you soon. Offensive holding. We'll force him to punt. Dude, this is a slug. What a game. He's hurt. Left tackle out is bad. Hopefully that's just cramping. Yeah, Darisol's a good player. Matt, please score, man. Please. Looks like cramp. Matty Ice, Matt Ryan. Big touchdown to Mike Pittman would be crazy. Heartbreaking to lose with this much effort if you're the Vikings, man. That can send you on a bit of a spiral if you know, all the energy expend. But it's still 3rd and 24, which to the Vikings is the same as 3rd and 3. People have tapped out. People are like, I can't do this anymore. I got to go. 3rd and 24. Hawkinson's got a lot of room. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, back to the 40. Here comes Joseph. Yeah. Okay. They're going to punt? Oh, man. That's a bit much. I'm going to have to go. Unfortunately, the kids are going to get too hungry here, and that's just not good parenting, so I got to take care of everything here. It's been so fun watching this game with you guys. Let's talk about it in the comments after. Let's talk about it in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me today for my longest stream so far. Anybody that chimed in and liked the stream today, thank you so much. Matt Ryan with a chance to go up here. Unfortunately, I can't finish this game. It's just too long. But yeah, I had a great time, man. Give yourselves love, guys. You know, make sure to keep your heads up with whatever you got going on. Billy, you know what time it is, bully? My guy down in there in the 5th Ward. That's Houston, H-Town. Okay, I'll watch this play. I can't leave. If I finish this stream, I'm a big dub, man. Oh my gosh, I just can't leave it. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm out, man. I love you guys. Peace out.